Halito, Chico, Phoenix and Beast Mode, out of the, hey. One little, two little, three little, hey. Hey, hey. Halito, beloveds, Halito. So I should have called this shit Check These Motherfuckers Temperature. I should have named it Check Your Temperature. I think I'm gonna just do a series on Check Your Temperature. And the reason why I say check the temperature, because I like to see the psychological way that people are moving and what space they're in after they respond to certain stimuli, right? So now you got the Jacob Blake going on. You got the little pilgrim boy that shot other pilgrim people, right? The protester, 17-year-old, goes to Wisconsin with an AK and all this other stuff or whatever, you know. Before I even go further, let me give a shout out to Chadwick Boseman. May he rest in peace and be well and one with his ancestors. That was quite a shock. He was had a very long battle with colon cancer. So just wanted to throw that out there, whatever. That movie, regardless of how people felt about it, that movie did something and it gave a good image for the people as far as superheroes are concerned. It made a whole bunch of money and it's all good when brown folk is getting that chicken. I'm not no hater, right? I'm not no hater. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Give me 1 second. Oh, my bad. Had something else going on. What's up, Danielle? How are you, beauty? Raphael, man, cousin Liz, Renzo. What's up, cuz? Light Hour. Hey, D. Shout out to Chief Netcher in the building. Jay Christoph, Copper Color Brown. Tiffy, baby, I'll see you next week, sure. Can't wait to see y'all. Guacamole. Hi, Phoenix, Naughty. What's up, baby? So I had a little, trolling around and scrolling around, and I see a posting in John Henry Clark's group, right? I don't really go in there too much. But occasionally I do. It's some Indians that's still in there and they know who the hell they are. I don't know why they sit there and try and blend in with all them people. But there are times when, not that you revert back to black, but some of these so-called people that self-proclaimed people that call themselves black are in fact Indians. So, the information still got to be put out there for people, whether they grab a hold on the grandma or not. They won't be able to say ain't nobody never told them, right? They won't be able to say that. So now here it is, John Henry Clark's room. You got tons of people feeling with emotions. And this is why I say we need to check these people's temperature, because they're not really able to make good decisions. And they're not making good decisions based off of the shit that the media is spinning and all this other stuff. Now, am I saying this incident isn't terrible? It's absolutely terrible. You should be very thankful that this shit didn't hit close to you, right? And hope that fucking cloud never comes to you or your family and shit. But at the end of the day, you see these things. Now they passing out the little meme with the little pilgrim boy with the AK that crossed the lines. And he shot white people. But they already put the meme out with Tamir Rice, right? And it was a good meme. It made sense. But before they got the intel on what happened, actually, and that it was white people, they couldn't take this shit back. But this is how quickly niggas respond to certain stimuli. They lose their fucking religion. Yo, this shit makes no goddamn sense. You could show a picture, and this is proof that you can show a picture. I did it before, and I know this has to be part of the thing that these pilgrims do. I showed a picture of a dude on his way to get hung, right? He was like walking to the galley, They're placing a rope around his neck. It's an old black and white picture. They're placing a rope around his neck. There's a white lady in the picture also, and she was just, kind of gawking at this guy that's getting ready to be hung. But you got the Negro who's about to be hung, and he's smiling. You can post this picture with no caption at all and watch the Negroes go mad. They start speculating. Look at what white people did. They don't know. The guy is smiling on his way to get hung. They putting a rope around his neck, and this nigga is a joke, okay? So, but if you just post that type of picture and don't put any caption and watch how wild the imagination of the Negro goes, this shit makes no sense. It's fucking astonishing. And I see what it is because they still trying to sit in their little circle of black, right? They don't want to expand their shit, and they mixing different ideologies. Right? They mixing two different worlds, and that shit is why they can't straighten out their mind. So now here it is. Somebody posts. I'm gonna show it. Let me show what's going on. Do a screen share. Hold on 1 second. And it's crazy because Facebook has a new interface, and this shit sucks. It's not perfected, so it kind of keeps, I don't know, like, what do you call it? Going out. It doesn't function fully yet. Give me 1 second. Get this here. I'm gonna go to this group so y'all can see this particular post and watch. And it was just, I'm just gonna smack at some of the comments. I actually shared this in Dr. John Henry Clark's group. I'm tired of really typing, so sometimes I just get on and shoot my shit real quick and lay my shit down. And I'm just gonna address these, confused ass people that swear that I'm the one that's confused. Had to correct a few people because there's niggas in there talking about drawing an African line in the sand, a line in the sand of the African community. So I'm like, wait a minute, dude, this ain't Africa, this is America. You don't get to Africanize America. And this comes from niggas not knowing who they are. Straight up. This comes from niggas not knowing who they are. Give me 1 second. I hope everybody's doing good today. It's a rainy day down here in Charlotte. Let me get to this. But they automatically get belligerent. And this is what fucking had me like, what's wrong with these niggas? This shit crazy. Okay, hold on 1 second. So, and I come in, I don't know who the hell this person is, but they was calling. I just went in and liked the goddamn post because it's true. I didn't take it personal. I don't take every single thing personal. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I don't feel, but I know if you keep letting these fucking emotions go all over the place, you can't control shit. Not only can you not control shit, but you don't think rationally. You're thinking from a place of how you feel based on certain stimuli, not because it's the right thing to do or in pursuit of justice or freedom. It's not. And this is why the Negro epically fails all the time. Not because they're failures, but because they don't do the work. And they're waiting for other motherfuckers to do the work for them. So they can take every single reason to magnify how mad they are at white people and they ain't gonna do shit. And you know what they do? They turn around and take that anger that they have with white people and they place it on their own. That is a true fucking fact. And I'm tired of people sweeping that shit under the rug. So 4 or 5 months go by and there's no pilgrim cops that shoot any man of color or any child or woman of color, right? And the Negro is gonna forget Jacob Blake. They'll forget Jacob Blake until the next episode, and then they'll take it all the way back. And as they go back, they can realize from that time, let's say Tamir Rice up until now, niggas ain't this shit in their own community. They still ain't fixing nothing in these gray areas that seem to trouble them so much, right? It's shit crazy, but they swear they got all the smoke in the world, and it's just misdirected anger. Niggas started getting disrespectful. Y'all know my mouth crazy. I'll come off regular, right? And then when they start that shit, I got to get buck on these niggas because who y'all talking to, first of all? And they used to disrespecting us as women. They love arguing with us as women. They love trying to keep us quiet. They love trying to make us not make our point. They want to stop. Like, listen, I'm not being controlled by no pilgrim. I definitely shouldn't have to worry about that with my own motherfucking people. I'm just not going to fucking do it. I'm not going to do it. I be trying to tell these motherfuckers, stop coming at me like that. Because then when I start getting to my shit and I get to shitting on niggas, then they want to act like they the fucking victim. It be 20 niggas against Moon talking all types of cash money shit. Like I'm not supposed to say nothing. That shit ain't gonna happen. Niggas been trying to abuse me for the last 5 years, yo. I'm gonna tell you, it would never happen in real life. Let's get that shit understood. And secondly, like, who the fuck you talking to? That's what I be wanting to know. Nothing that I'm discussing with any of these motherfucking random wanton strangers on the internet should provoke them to be talking to me any type of way. But when I clap back and smack hard, that's when they get mad. Oh, you think I'm weak and defenseless until I bust your motherfucking head to the white meat, and then it's like, hey, hammer, don't hurt him. Please, hammer, don't hurt him after that. And I'm tired of that. I'm not taking none of the shit back. I'm not taking none of the shit back because it's fucking real true. It's real true. It's true in the pro-black community. It's true in the Pan-African community. It's true in the American Indian community. It's true in the Aboriginal community. Yeah. It's fucking true. It's fucking true. I don't know what happened to these niggas where they acting like, you know what I'm saying? Like we just, I don't know. I'm not the nigga to back down. I'm the best motherfucker to have in your corner, right? Because I'm there. I'm Johnny on the motherfucking spot, which a lot of people aren't. And I've been like this all my motherfucking life. So with that being said, I really don't understand what make these niggas think they could talk to me any type of way. And I know for a fact, they don't say shit to that motherfucking pilgrim. You don't say nothing to that nigga, but you'll be quick to kill your kid. You're quick to kill your woman. You're quick to kill your brother. You're quick to kill your sister. And this shit is whack. And don't nobody want to talk about that shit. Everybody can magnify how white people, they killing everybody. Yeah, it's true. They killing some people. They ain't killing everybody. Niggas is killing a lot more people. I got more of a chance getting fucked up by a nigga, by my own fucking colored people, right, than I do by a white person. It's a fact. It's a fact. Hold on, let me pull this up. Y'all got to see this one. Y'all got to see this. And I just want y'all to just look at these comments and see what I'm talking about. Here it is. Hold on. Let me see how I can pull this up. Okay. Here it is. Okay, let me do the screen share. Look at these comments. These niggas be going ham. So I don't even know the person. Then they started accusing this person of being a troll. Whenever they don't like something, they just go against it and then start trying to find all these reasons and make all these fucking excuses and shit like that. And then blame the motherfuckers. That's like, yo, stop with the excuses, bro. This is what it is. This is what it's hitting for. Do you see what's wrong with your statement? Even if you try to walk with them, guide them, and be gentle with them, they get combative and think they're going to disrespect you, right? That's the general thing. And this post proved exactly what this person is talking about. I don't know who the fucking John Moscato is, but John Moscato got them hot as fuck. And because it goes against what it is that they're collectively thinking, that this shit is just all blasphemous and all these other fucking fucked up things, right? But they will dip around this truth. Watch how they dipping around this fucking truth. Like we're never supposed to address it. So if nothing happens to any people of color for the next fucking year and they forget about Jacob Blake and you bring this fucking comment up, hey, defending black criminals who are hurting the black community is not pro-black, it's anti-black. What is wrong with that statement? What's wrong with that statement? I'll tell you what's wrong with it. It make niggas feel uncomfortable. It makes them feel uncomfortable. In fact, it makes them feel more uncomfortable than the shit they should be uncomfortable about. There's something wrong with that. There's something wrong with that. We already know what the pilgrim is about. We know what they doing. We know how they get down. But what about the niggas that hand you over to the pilgrims? What about them? We just never going to talk about them. We just going to sweep that shit over the rug and think that the vacuum is going to run smooth over the motherfucker. Is that it? Is that it? These niggas is crazy with this shit. It's sad. You got to do better. Got to do better. Let me pull this shit up. Let me show y'all some of the comments. And then I had to get buck on a couple of niggas because they just was mad disrespectful. Like, what's wrong with y'all? Hold on, who you talking to? And then I had to post my picture because they think they calling everybody a Russian troll, right? This is the shit these Pan-Africans be pulling, mixing their shit in with And even if they don't know they Indian, let me just say Black Americans for all, understanding purposes or whatever, right? These niggas think they're gonna blend in. Watch some of these comments. Hold on, let me get some of these shits. And they started coming, talking all this other shit. And these niggas don't know shit about themselves. They don't know shit about the history in this motherfucking country. And they just, got all these things that they supposed to do that's supposed to happen. Straight lawlessness. This is what they expect. This is part of the sickness, what's wrong with niggas. And they think that it's not balanced out. And the law doesn't work with emotions. And this is a fact. And I know people have a hard time with that, but that's the truth. That's the absolute truth. And there's a certain type of pressure that you got to apply. And the best thing you could do is write shit down. Write it down. Write it down. You could call all you want. Do you record the call? You better record the call. When you call one of these people and they say, oh, these calls are recorded for a quality assurance purposes, hang that bitch up, download the app, and fucking record them back. Because that's for their assurance and not yours. It's not for your assurance. It's for their assurance. Okay? So some of these fucking comments, these people, oh, this is a Russian troll. Again, I don't know who this John Moscato is at all, but he got them good and fucking hot. And I found that shit to be hilarious because even though he's not in the American Indian community, it's the same shit. It's the same shit with people that think freely. And there is a fucking war against niggas that think freely. Hold on a second. What the hell is that? See this new ass interface? Look how corny this looks. Y'all see this? Okay, so that's the comment. Now they asking who's doing this. Blocks Russian troll bot. This how uncomfortable they get. They just want to run like it's the devil coming for them. They just want to run from the truth. Blocks Russian bot troll and all this other shit. Right? They go through that. Look at these feelings. Lying on the black community is anti-black. That's what you do all day. Okay. Then they start talking about Trump. Go back to this post. No caption at all. It's just a meme. But look at how triggered the nigga could get. Again, if you take this out and think of that picture that I was talking about where the man is getting ready to get hung, no caption at all, niggas will start talking about slavery. They'll bring up Tamir Rice. They'll bring up everything that has nothing to do with the picture. Nobody wants to be like, what did that nigga do? They don't know if he killed 10,000 babies, if he raped old ladies. They don't know what happened, but it automatically triggers a defeatist response. It automatically triggers a defeatist response. And that when that happens, there's no solution. There's no solution. And that shows that it kind of shows that a person, they want a solution, but what are they going to do to work towards it? Now, that's a problem too. So if you don't want to read until you're tired, fall asleep every day with the face in the book or trying to figure out something, your way to get out of some sort of box, right? Because if this was a nigga that a bitch was looking for because he ain't come home for 2 days, the bitch gonna get to the bottom of that Scooby-Doo mystery, find out who the side bitch is, bust out some windows, flatten some tires, all that shit's gonna happen. So how can freedom and stuff like that not be the fucking same importance, of the same utmost importance? And this is why it always appears like I'm real hard and cold, but I'm sitting there like, y'all done did plenty crying. I done felt plenty similar to the way that they felt, but I realized that shit gets us nowhere. And then when shit hits the fan, all you doing is rendering yourself powerless against people that appear powerful. But where's that inner warrior that triggers that protect, that defense? That's gonna be effective. A motherfucker would strategize and figure out every type of way to get at somebody that they don't motherfucking like. But they won't do the same, have that same energy when it comes to whatever problems that they feel oppressed on. Everybody don't have the same problems either. Everybody does not have the same fucking problems. So we can't just keep compounding every single issue and make it the plight of our people. Who's our people, nigga? And that's something that, you know what? We've been saying that shit a lot. He's been saying that a lot. And I had to remember why the chief said, you got to stay away from the we and ours. Got to stay away from the we and ours because it makes it too vague. Makes it really vague. So let me get to this. So it's got some, different things. They started talking about Donald Trump. He's a criminal. None of this shit has anything to do with this post. But it gets better. Watch this shit. It gets better. They're going in. These motherfuckers is talking about vote Joe Biden. They taking this chance to be the Democrats and sit there. They talk about police reform and all this other shit in one post, but they want to invite the same nigga to the White House, let him have a seat. They hate Donald Trump so much that they don't even want to fucking listen to reason, right? And this shit is a fucking problem. But they want to hire or elect the same motherfucker that got them in this fucking pickle. Oh, how a nigga forget quick. Because he's the lesser of two evils. Are you sure? So that means that none of the shit that white people are doing are evil. It's not evil. Because you electing a nigga that was an initiator of this evil and you want him back. This shit like Tina want Ike Turner back. This shit is sick. This shit's sick. I'm not fucking crazy. But when they try to jump on you and mollywop and shit like that, like y'all, you know, these motherfuckers ain't got no goddamn solutions. And they expecting who? Their enemy, the white people. Oh, you want them to fix your problem? You want the same nigga that stabbed you to put your stitches into? Facts. They do. And that's fine. But why fucking won't they admit it? Let's be honest. Talk about keep it real, God. Nigga, you ain't keeping it real. I would really respect a motherfucker to be like, look, I want these white people to fix this shit. I don't really know what to do, but I'm just going to pray and hope that something turns up or somebody comes along and changes the situation and blah, blah, blah. Right? Right? So now, now whoever this person is, they got triggered. Now, some of the things is psyops. There could be a fucking pilgrim posting this shit. But the things that's true in here don't even have enough merit or, you know, it's just not holding weight like it should. And the things that don't hold weight get included in this conversation because this is too fucking heavy for them to talk about. They will talk about the white kid across the street who burnt their parents' house down and how they should have their ass whipped. He done burnt the lady house next door down too. But when their kids is playing with matches, when their nieces and nephews playing with matches and light a whole fucking city up, we ain't gonna talk about that because them white people did it first. That's how they move. They will fucking want to reinforce one behavior with another, and then they expect one behavior to stop as they applying that same behavior to their own people. This is the psyops. This is psyops. Let me blow this up. Hold on a second. So you got, okay, so now you got somebody just telling them to go to bed, and here go the troll. Hey, troll, Kyle Rittenhouse, a 17-year-old white boy, killed 2 white people in Wisconsin. Let's talk about white-on-white killings. Are you really concerned of how many white people are killing white people? Or are you concerned with white people killing black people? But you could talk about white people killing black people, white people killing white people, but you can't talk about black people killing black people. Right. Okay. So this is what Black Lives Matter needs to know. Now you got some people that was in here like, yeah, you right about that shit. Now you gotta shut your dumb ass up. Yo, don't know how I got in this group. I will tell you straight out. And he's probably right, whoever this is. Page is a setup who added or accepted me. I'm a white bloke from Australia. Been watching this group for a while. It's been heavily corrupted by people pushing hate. Your country is messing up the whole world at the moment based on this stupid election. Now, is that a lie? They don't want to hear it because he's a white guy from Australia. That we fucking up what's going on in the whole world. Now, that man don't sound like he biased. He don't sound like he want to hurt none of us. He want to kill none of us. He's saying if y'all don't get this shit together, even y'all own groups is getting infiltrated. He didn't make no distinction. That could be by white people or black people. He's saying, listen, if y'all motherfuckers don't get it together, y'all fucking up the whole world. Right? Look at the next comment. The rest of the world needs Black America to have their own political party. Now, when the goddamn pilgrim tell you, oh, now niggas believe it. Look at this shit. I missed this one. Look at this shit. Let me like this comment. I love that one. Because that's true. That's true shit. They don't want to hear that, though. Because they think in their mind that it's white people that's supposed to take care of everything. They want to be taken care of, but they want to be free. What did they have on the money? Before they put our ancestors on the Confederate money, what was on the money, the currency? Didn't it say mind your business? Did they think they was talking about Bonita Petrels? No. Take care of your affairs. If not, we got to take care of them for you. Yeah, you ain't going to like it. And that has been the perpetual thing. That's been a perpetual thing. And it's been passed down and passed down and passed down and passed down. And now here we are. You're going to be mad at them the way they was feeling back 150 years ago? Or are you going to carry the torch into the next fucking phase of the relay? This is questions that I got for Nakers. Questions I got. I got a right to ask questions. So they shouldn't be privy to your elevation. This is so we got defining people as black criminals is hurting the black community. Stop using the catchphrases that the media is feeding you. Okay, I could get with that. I could get with that. But should you just call them criminals? You can't. You can't even make the separation for the simple fact that white people was always included in whatever problems that we supposed to have internally that we won't address. So this is that. It makes sense what he's saying, but at the end of the day, what other criminals are you worried about? What other criminals are you worried about? Criminal acts happen every day, all day, and nobody does anything. They don't do anything. They get turned away, and that kind of be into that, right? I got a little plan. Trying to open up we got the new business, and we try to open up a bank account, and they've been acting real funny. I got everything I need from the Secretary of State, the articles of incorporation and everything, but I go into this bank, and it's a brother in there. He seemed like he was, attentive to what it is that our business banking needs would be. Went in there and shot my shit, and all of a sudden there's some sort of problem. So I get the Secretary of State on the phone like, hey, something else that I'm supposed to have? What are they talking about? That lady's like, honey, there ain't nothing else you got to do. You got everything. I'm looking at it right now. He turns his whole computer around and says, I don't know what they're talking about. Let me call my boss and see if what you have is sufficient. Turns out that it wasn't. Okay, went home, came back. I said, oh, you need that? All right, went home, printed that off, came back, made another appointment the same day and came back. So now as I come back, I still walked out that bitch without a bank account. Now I know since July 6th, how many businesses the people that we've been working with have opened. I know I know at least 12 people, 13 people that went with autonomous assembly and got hooked up and got the plug. I was helping people. People would, we helping people do things for themselves and all of that too. So I know for a fact that a lot of people opened up businesses. And 5 so far in different states are having issues opening up a bank account. And everybody's contacting the Secretary of State in these respective places. And they're saying you don't need anything else. What are they talking about? Well, just go to another bank, right? Because now they're being passive because they don't really want to take notice against what it is that you're having, but they're not really supposed to. So in that instance where you feel like this, now this is going to be a matter for the Department of Justice to investigate these practices. What happens is they make it very hard for people of color to engage in commerce. So this could just be some sort of procedural thing. Doesn't mean that it's law. Doesn't mean that it's supposed to. And if the Negro don't figure that out, then they've been outsmarted by the Pilgrim and now you're lost. Now you can't get what it is that you need, right? When everybody else has an opportunity to get it. But if they rattle your cage enough, you'll give up. You'll give up. Niggas give up. They give up. Real quick, real easy. Frustrated, triggered, this is fucked up, I'm going to stop. Oh, shit. Well, if it's, if it ain't worth fighting for, why even bitch about the shit? Let it roll. You was willing to do that anyway. Now you got... all you have to do is laugh at his post and they'll go away. So apparently this person must have been fucking them up or getting on their nerves. Now I did see a couple of posts that was like so stupid. And I was just like, okay, now maybe they right about what you're saying. So finally somebody asked the question. And I'm like, yo, I don't really know who the fuck this person is. But this post, I was scrolling, the post was right. And I fucking checked it. What the fuck what you talking about? What are you finding wrong in the post? You're finding everything that's wrong in America wrong in this one post that don't have no dissertation, no caption or nothing. There was no caption, no nothing that distorted what this is. And the bottom line is that fucking meme was true. No matter how they fucking feel about it, the truth still stands, whether they accept it or reject it. Rejecting it means there's no healing. They're not willing to, and they're going to infect other people with the defeated shit. When they take a minute and be like, you know what? Let me give it a thought, a second. Let me deal with rationale, logic, sans the emotion, and different things. Light bulbs go off. Different courses of action happen, and you end up on the better end of the stick. You end up on the better end of the stick. So now, So isn't supporting white criminals that hurt the white community like cops that beat their wives and priests that molest children. Okay. All right. So now they're accusing people. Y'all do realize all people like this want is to stir up emotional responses from others, and y'all giving this clown exactly what she wants. Just ignore the ignorant shit that drives folks like him or her, whoever, crazy. And here go the Continentals. Let us teach our young black men to also obey the police. Obey the damn police. Okay, I don't know about that one. Not when they out here getting fucking harassed and chased around their own fucking neighborhood. You know, and shit like that, that shit kind of nuts. Tamir Rice was 12 years old playing in the park with a fucking toy gun. Playing in the park is what kids do. Playing with toy guns is also what they do, right? Why can't they have what other kids are privileged to have? Privy to have. Shit makes no sense. Shit makes no sense. But again, now the police reform is in. Let's see what people do in their individual countries. Let's see what New York does and what police reform means to them. See what Wisconsin does and what police reform means to them. See what's going on in California, because everybody has different laws. Different laws, different things, statutes and stuff going on that don't have shit to do with the rest of us. So at the head of everybody's country is who? You got the governor. People go straight for Donald Trump's jugular and nowhere near the president of their own country. Nowhere near. Nowhere near the mayor's office, right? Which may be the president of their city. Nowhere near the town clerk's office, which is the president of their town. Nowhere near there. Not only do they skip past all those steps, but what they do in the interim is expect white people to do it for them. Because we've been this for that. We've been this for 100 years, 400 years. And then all the excuses come in. But people aren't doing what they're supposed to do. And you know what Donald Trump is supposed to do? He's supposed to see what all the presidents in all of these different countries are doing. He is the boss of the bosses. United States and severalty. United States and severalty. Hold on 1 second. To the people saying that someone heard the cop tell this shit, they bringing up Jacob Blake. Nothing on this post says anything about Jacob Blake, but here it is as the people insert this man into the narrative. Because they dealing with the emotions, not with what's going on around them, only what has happened, sans any panacea whatsoever. Any panacea whatsoever. For the people saying that someone heard the cop tell Jacob Blake, put down the knife, just remember this cop yelled, he got a gun, while pointing his gun at a black man who only had a cell phone in his hand. See, they make all these thousands excuses why they have the rage, but no steps are being taken to release the rage and deal with it from an internal perspective. There's no way they can just jump straight to demanding, begging, pleading for white people to do something. If you on your way to the motherfucking White House to go have a conversation with Donald Trump, a nigga will hit you, you know what I'm saying? Or hit you up, fuck you up before you even get there. So do you go straight to the fucking top? Or do you start at the level where you at? Or you start at the level where you at? So again, this shit right here proves that certain stimuli that's happening around people affect their rationale and judgment, right? And I'm not saying this not a fucking reason to feel. That shit does bring on pain. It really does, right? But it's not no pain that a nigga not used to, or not familiar with. So there should be able to be, some different coping mechanisms. And proactivity will stop a lot of these young people, people of color, period, from getting smoked. Proactivity. Don't wait till something happened to start talking about how Indian you is. Nigga, stick your head in City Hall. Hey, how you guys doing? Checking on things. Just kind of wanted to know. Yeah, I'm new in town. My name's Phoenix Moon. Hey, how's everybody? You move to a new city, you should know who all the police are. Have access to it, who they shift are. You know, they do corny shit. Oh, can I have your badge number, officer? And I ain't giving you nothing. You should know what shift they on based on the time that you get pulled over. You should know how to access that information. Because if it was a nigga, you gonna find out where he live, what all his Instagram accounts are. You gonna get deep into it. Nigga gonna get deep into it to do some violent shit against their own people, but won't get deep into it. And there's an excuse made for them to not get into it with their grand oppressor. And then it shows this proof here that they got all the smoke in the world for me, right? And here go me, facts on top of facts. Go suck a moon. So you know I got disrespectful after you get that eggplant out your mouth, right? Now this is where I gotta get disrespectful, because why'd you come at me like that? And I just laughed and left it. And I said, okay, if he come back, I'm gonna air him out. Don't try me, nigga. This ain't that. See, here's my comment. Yeah, I'm laughing. I'm like, yo, niggas call everyone who don't think like a slave a Russian bot. Now, hasn't Jabari called us Russians? He said we was working with the Russians, that they was responsible for the sudden momentum that take off with the American Indian or the / Aboriginal community. This is what these niggas do. They can't explain certain phenomena that actually works. So they make up all this other shit. Oh, they agents. Oh, they this. Oh, they that. And then the agents be right in their fucking face, loving and trusting. Loving and trusting. So here's this John Moscato, you know, responding. So this is John Moscato's response to me. Oh, I'm white. I'm a immigrant. I'm an agent. I'm a Russian bot. I'm everything, but none of them tried to prove me wrong. That part is true. This is only up to this mark where what John Moscato was saying was absolutely true. Wasn't no lie in that. No lie in that. They did not try and debunk anything. They just avoided it altogether and brought up everything else that's terrible in the world. They can't address just the one situation, right? And then when you try to tell them, hey, beloved, slow down. Let's just deal with this right here. You got to crawl before you can walk. Don't start trying to run, take off running. You can't do that. Don't just take off running. You got to walk 1 foot in front of the other. You know what I'm saying? It's still a little 1 foot in front of the other. And let's see how these things do. If you work backwards, because we ain't never been taught how to kick the oppressor's ass. We only been taught how to fuck each other up. Right. We have been taught how to be subservient, subjective to pilgrims, but not how to honor and respect and have that same respect for our own people. Right? So now I said to John, I said, man, I can only hope that they sort things out in their minds. That fear, defeatist attitude, the crying in their beer, and the only sense of being powerful is to try and dog walk their own people. That's how they feel powerful. And this nigga tells me, go suck my mother. And I said, America is my mama, bitch. Go home. I laughed a little bit. Now you got the other bugs coming in. Propaganda. So this is absolutely misleading propaganda. So I said, are you sure? Those dead babies in Chicago and New York City were pretty dead to all who mourned. More blacks get killed by blacks than any white people cops kill blacks. And that's nothing but true. That's nothing but truth, but it's highlighted and heightened specifically because these are the images that the media spins out. All they see is the Negro getting defeated. They don't show too many motherfucking victories. They don't really show a lot of victories. They don't really show a lot of. So let me see. Hold on a second. Come out, whoever you are. John Moscato, if you are what your page claimed to be, take a picture with you holding paper with my name on it. This is how crazy they get. This is how crazy they get. Now they want this person to prove that they're not a bot, prove they're not white, prove it because they got a whole different perspective than what the collective is talking about. But they won't hear him out. They won't hear him out. Oh, man. Joe Curry said, fuck them up with logic. If not, then be prepared for things to go downhill fast because you are dealing with non-logical beings. Ain't that the damn truth? But still, in all righteousness, we're supposed to help them get there. Can't help everybody, but if you can bring somebody to that logic, then yeah, man, that's part of the community service we supposed to do. Part of the community service we supposed to do. Not to where it stresses you out, because these motherfuckers will stress you out. They'll stress you out. They don't realize that motherfucking stress kills niggas. That's why the fucking life expectancy is chopped down tremendously. When you talk about 60 years ago, you still had a person 100 years old or very close to it living in the household. And they had the hardest times with the less convenience, the least amount of conveniences and spoils, the least amount of luxuries, and they were able to maintain good health, right? Still, they wasn't getting Alzheimer's and shit like that back then. There's some cases, but definitely not the cases that people have now. Not this onset where it's like, damn, like they just expect. There was a report that they did about a year or two ago where they said by 54, like just the numbers of people that's going to be suffering from Alzheimer's was like astounding. It was astounding. Staggering amount. And if that don't worry a nigga in between their motherfucking 30s and 50s right now, I don't know. I don't know. So I said, why y'all acting like this post isn't 100% true? Here go this bitch. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. And I said, Marzetta Harris, don't come for me, right? And I let her know I'm with the shits. I wasn't trying to be belligerent. I'm asking why is people asking. I ain't tagged nobody, but when they start coming for me, y'all know. You know how that went. So, hold on a second. That is. See, this shit is whack. This fucking new Facebook is super whack. So I said, embrace it and work on it. And don't come for me, beloved. I ain't come for fuckery. This ain't that. So don't come for me. Relax. Now the nigga calls me Sambo. And I said, nah, bitch, I ain't no foreigner. That's your bag. Don't come for me. You ain't got nothing for me. I can say what I want and back it up too. And I was trying to be cool, but they really kept going ham. You know, I start calling them, calling it what it is. And I'm letting them know, like, hey, don't talk tough to me. I'm dragged left and right. I'm not that woman. But this is the fact that they think that they can do this. They're okay with it. They will take all their frustrations out on white people, out on me, you, anybody close to them. But those conversations we're not supposed to have, because white people are killing everybody. Don't talk about how bad I treat you. Look at how bad they treat us all. Right. It becomes a us then. Look how bad they treat us all. That's how the shit goes after that. So I told him, don't get your hotep ass embarrassed. He's, fuck you, corny ass, just whatever. I'm like, all right, foreign, dusty ass. This ain't your country. Calling me dusty, upset his mother. You a ho-ho. Now, this is where he accused me of want to be ADOS. So when they can't get past one barrier, they will always jump to another. So if we went from Russian bot, so okay, she's not a Russian bot. Because then they included, not only did they include me in the, assuming that whoever this John Moscato is a Russian bot, they also assumed that I was too. That's why I threw the fucking picture up there. Like, hold on, I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about, but I ain't no fucking false flag. I'm far from white. Oh, it gets better because the niggas started accusing me of, oh, you got a white man. This is what they fucking do. I'm like, yo, my nigga Donald Trump, Candace Owens, they fucking quote what we talking about. What motherfuckers is quoting what y'all talking about? They ain't like that shit. And I know those was fucking bad examples to give to these sick people, but it's true examples. And being that they having a problem with the truth, why not keep spoon feeding them so they can kind of get used to it? Because they've been loving the lie. And they're going to keep running from the truth. And then until the truth is fucking normalized, niggas ain't going to get nowhere. But you got these other motherfucking foreign interlopers blending in, mixing in, going crazy. Now here go this nigga. And I kind of went back and forth with this Desazari Piper guy and this other dude who ends up saying he from fucking Philly, right? That sound like white people. Every black man in prison is not a criminal. True. That's white Republican and Democrat talk. Y'all the same idiots that would have said, well, Malcolm broke the law. That's why he's dead or whatever. Malcolm broke the law. That's why he in jail. Fall back and let the leaders lead. See what I'm saying? Fall back and let the leaders lead. These same niggas that got shit where it's at, or is he talking about leaders of the new school? Absolutely not. Absolutely not, because leaders of the new school got motherfucking solutions. So now, do niggas want solutions or do they want problems? This is the psychological evaluation that we got to make so we can know what it is that we dealing with everybody else that's in our country that don't understand how important this shit is to us to get this shit right. Primarily for us and then for the visitors and everybody else, the interlopers, the fucking guests and newcomers and the homegoers and everything, right? Got to figure out how to walk and chew bubblegum while we building our shit. We still gonna have to make sure that we can make this fit, everybody else fit in. Unless we gonna get super solid, political partied up, and we just saying, fuck that, we don't want no immigrants, and change the whole motto. Change the whole, give us your tired, give us your poor, give us your yearning to be free. That was a motto. And that was something that our ancestors agreed to too. Whether it backfired on them or not, they agreed to it. We know for a fact that there's some agreement in that. That was sent by France. Why would France say this to the people as they break the chains of slavery, right? Now we break the chains so you could come to America and not be a slave no more. And the first Statue of Liberty was who? A Negro looking woman, right? Did anybody ever see the original? Not the meme that be flying around. Have you ever like seen the real inscriptions on there? So now what? So now what? When you realize that your ancestors played a big role in the standard, the model for greatness with this country, and it's still shit the bed. It went all wrong. It didn't all go as planned, but it didn't go all as they didn't anticipate either. It didn't go as they, like it wasn't a total bust either. So I'm telling him, you talk about the Republican Party was started by people of color. What are you talking about? And plus, this is my country. I think I know what's best. I also know foreigners came here helping the white man oppress us Americans. And so he makes it seem impossible, but this is the mind that they have. You can't do nothing. Fall back and let the leaders lead. Nigga, we starting a super PAC. Candace Owens and Donald Trump quote me directly, right? He laughs at it. I think I was too ghetto for them, so they just under the impression that niggas don't know shit, niggas ain't educated and all this other shit. Same shit these motherfuckers doing all these platforms until you like show them what you're really working with. And then they just get mad and retreat. They get belligerent, violent, want to do all these other fucking things. They want to kill your kids and all this other shit. This other nigga said that to him and some other Native American was going, I can't even repeat it, right? It was just that vulgar. And I was just like, yo, you niggas is mad. That mad you want to rape me and violate me and assault me because you're mad because my grandmother's not African. Oh, I get it. I get it. I get it. Is that how you niggas feel? And I asked that question rhetorically because I know that that's how they feel. They're showing how they feel. I don't need to ask them that because that's putting them in a position to lie to me. No, I don't really feel like that. And then they're going to go into a whole nother excuse and all this other shit. Right? When really they're expressing exactly how they feel. And I'm not going to fight you on how you feel. You're entitled to your feelings. They're unique to you. They belong to you. And that's that. I don't got to accept it. But it's there. And it's rightfully yours to have. That's all good. It's all good. It's rightfully yours to have. So I'm like, shit, Trump was storing the birthright that Obama and Biden stole. Now I see what's going on here. Now the fucking light bulb goes off, right? So he says, I understand why you sound like a white Republican. Good luck with that. Here they go. Now this is where they start accusing you of all these other things. And I'm like, yeah, you can laugh all you want. It's my country, nigga. It's game over. Nothing muffin. I say, yo, are you even American or you a foreign exchange? You white boys, now they think I'm a man because I come strong, right? Now it's like this with, talk about you white boys have fun with your Facebook shit. I ain't going back and forth with nobody dumb enough to think Trump or Biden is going to make life better for them. Nobody's negating that they're going to make life better. But we know what policies is going to be important. It really shouldn't matter what party it is until we have our own party. You need to go with who got the best motherfucking policies that go according to your situation that you're looking to come out of, if it's regarding any type of oppression, whatever that oppression may be, because everybody's oppression is not the same. So again, I have to let them know, I'm like, white who? Who are you talking about? Who are you talking about? Who are you talking about? Why are you calling me white? This bitch, so I had to like let them know, like, I'm like, yo, I'll send you right back. You should have never came. I'll send you right back. So he's laughing. He said, you just take the white man dick all the same to me, right? Now he accusing me of fucking white man. See, they will pull out every straw just to get beyond the logic, because that's a safe place for them to be. It's a safe place for them to be a victim. It's a safe place for them to try and degrade me and take away my motherfucking stripes and shit, because I'm saying some shit they don't understand. See how unfair this shit is? But they want some fair shit from white people. You can't treat your own fair, but you want fair. Okay. Now, weirdo, she lost, let her wander off. All our skin folk ain't kinfolk. Right? This type of shit they talking about. You know, we were taught they always use the ones that look like us to infiltrate. These is foreign motherfuckers talking about our shit like they us. Right? Right? These is motherfuckers that talking like this is a comment that we should make as American Indians. That is true for us. But is that true for the rest of these niggas? That's totally fucking foreign, fresh off the boat. Fresh off the boat. So here this nigga says, by the way, I'm from Philly, by the way of Africa, living in Jamaica, Pan-Africa, boo. I thought you was a dude. Okay, he tells me I'm kind of cute, but I'm crazy. Ain't no lie detected there, nigga. I'm a little motherfucking crazy. I'm crazy about my people, and I am absolutely guilty of that. I said, I knew already, by the way, you were talking reckless and disrespectful. The foreigner, right? I'm a wild Indian, and I'm an alpha woman. I don't budge because black folks think they could punk me out my truth. Then when I clap back, I'm wrong. Nah, fuck that. I'm tired of motherfuckers that look like my father or my son trying to stifle and invalidate us as women. No comment. I said, I don't let the white man do it. I don't know why niggas think they can. Niggas try to kill you quicker and more often than any pilgrim will kill. Niggas are gonna be left to the battlefield alone, always trying to break the folks that got y'all back. That's a fact. Delusional motherfuckers act like this post ain't true, only to give prime examples supporting the post. Did not black on black crime? Didn't they just try to assault these people just because they don't understand the meme? It's a fucking meme. She ain't got no caption. She, I don't know who it is. They ain't got no fucking caption. They ain't got none of that shit on there. But the mind of the oppressed motherfucker goes everywhere but to the solution. That shit is crazy to me. That shit is crazy to me. What's up, Top Cat? Talito, thank you. That shit is crazy to me. And it's unfair. And I'm trying to get them to see like, yo, hold on. We don't got to agree. But that disrespect shit ain't going to happen because I'm going to disrespect the fuck out of you too. And you probably not going to like it because my shit going to be mad cutting to the bone. Right? You probably not going to like it. I really don't want to go there with you because now we sitting here squabbling when we supposed to be deciding on solutions. We could get to the solutions, but we can't. We got to get to the logic first. And this is how I know they compounding the issues, right? They compound the issues. And they'll reject healing at every level and dispute logic because they don't want to heal. Then what you supposed to do with them? Man, listen, they're going to be some throwaways because a nigga ain't going to just die, keep trying to save somebody that's left, leaving themselves to die. It's not fair. It's not fair. You know, so then, you know, they get mad when like Deloise, oh, you shot me in my pinky toe. Now I got to cut you. That's how they do. Wait a minute, what's going on in the chat? Let me get back to the chat. Because I know ain't nobody being disrespectful to my motherfucking cousin. I know that's not what's happening. Let me just make sure that's not what's going on. What's going on, Davida? Were you talking about Cherokee Yeshua? What you talking about? And I think you one of the trolls that been on my shit talking shit. I think you've been one of the, yo, get the fuck out. Boot that bitch ass nigga out. That's one of the niggas that been talking shit, nigga. Get your ass up out of here. Disrespectful motherfucker. Go take your ass to fucking Shabbat Shalom land. Get your ass out of here, sir. You're not welcome here. Boot that bitch out. Don't tolerate none of that shit from none of these motherfuckers, yo. Boot their asses out. Kick that bitch out the group. He mad disrespectful. Don't come in here trying to press nobody, nigga. Who the fuck you think you are? You definitely better not press my motherfucking loved one. Wash you up and put you away wet, kid. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't fucking do it, my nigga. Got me fucked up. I'm glad I saw that shit. I don't even know what made me look down like that, because it's hard to check out all the interfaces and interact with you guys in the chat because I'm using several different devices and different platforms. But I'm gonna tell y'all, moderators, don't let nobody come in here disrespecting none of the motherfucking people. This is not, we do positive bills here. Them fucking farming niggas with that bullshit ideology, they don't come over here in this hood. They stay in their fucking area. Don't come over here with that low frequency shit. You get fucked up over here. We bang for hours. For real, for real. Come over here trying to oppress minds, nigga. You got it fucked up. If you think I'll give it to the white nigga, I don't know what y'all niggas think I'll do to y'all for minds. I will fucking dismember every motherfucker trying to fuck with minds. And die try and come back again and fuck shit up some more. Straight up. Straight the fuck like that. Feel how you want to feel. You see me on another day, nigga. We could get to that. We could get to that. Fucking coming here being disrespectful and shit like that. Ain't no fucking Cherokee Hebrews. Get out of here with that bullshit. Fucking infecting the community. Ass was mute when that show, indigenous one, African Americans Ain't African, did a show on how y'all fucking Hebrews come over here fucking shit up. Don't be disrespectful. And there's plenty of fucking Hebrews that know they're Indian and they don't let the fucking Hebrew supersede grandma, nigga. Put this 7.5 up that ass. Bet that stops all the grinning and the laughs. With that shit. Fucking farming shit. Fuck out of here. Sorry, y'all. That just ticked me off. Don't fuck with my fam bam. Don't do it. It's not a good deal. I'm all types of irrational and I come unfucking glued. And can't nobody put me together again until I fucking dismember whoever try to hurt me and mine. Facts. I hope that shit's contagious. Protect your own, because I know the fuck I will. Get back to that. Oh, that shit just raised my fucking temperature. Fuck with mine, y'all. Let me get back to this. My bad. Let me get back to the build. Keep them fucking distractions out the build, yo. And that ain't all Hebrews. It's just some of them. I just happen to know that nigga, he had made some posting shit, but I think I need to go look at it from the computer. Because you can get it like sometimes, but I turn my notifications off. So sometimes you see the notification and I just had to remember that screen name was talking Cash Money shit. I think he be sucking on Dane Calloway pickle or something like that. I think he one of them niggas, because I ain't got no beef with none of them and they shouldn't have no fucking beef with me, right? But if you feel some type of way and you think you gonna come for me, nigga, you better fucking come with the cannons and the goddamn bazookas, because I'm a Hiroshima you. Especially because I'm not fucking aggressive. It's unprovoked. If you think that you're going to have an unprovoked attack on me or mine and that shit going to be like that, it's not going to be like that, bro. It ain't going to be how you think it's going to be. And that's it. I ain't going to make no apologies for that. There is never any confusion when it comes to that. So that nobody's fucking confused on what I stand on. Nobody's confused. Let's just get it out there. Thanks for helping me clarify that for the next nigga that come through here acting like this dude Cherokee Yeshua did. Stay out my fucking way. I ain't in no Hebrew lane. Don't come over here in Indian country sitting here trying to talk no shit. We ain't doing that. Niggas always want to degrade women. They them type of niggas. Nigga, it's that pimps up, hoes down shit. Ain't about none of that. Ain't about none of that. Niggas act like pimping is easy. Pimping ain't easy, but hoeing's harder, bitch. Hoeing's harder. Niggas ain't really pimps, they be hoes. Oh, good catch, Cheeks. Good catch, Cheeks. Send their asses up. Get wrapped up. I'm not playing with y'all. Don't fuck with my family. I'm not going to tolerate it. Don't fuck with the Indians, yo. Don't do it. So, you know, he talking about, he says all his people is African. Back to Michael Alston or whatever. He's giving tell me to read Diop, right? What was that, Shaka Diop or some shit like that? They try to enforce these fucking other people's opinion pieces on you and act like that shit is facts. You could go straight to the records and show them 12 million slaves was here in America. You could go to the records and show them 305,000, less than 305,000, and you don't even know if them niggas is African or not, right? Excuse me. You don't even know if them niggas is African. You show them that truth and they still will pull out a book or tell you to go look at Runoko Rashidi. He be talking the truth. Like, bitch, I just showed you the truth. Why are you in denial? Same way they are in this post. This post says that, hey, you know, they defend criminal shit. Criminal shit. Oh, this is where the nigga was about to get cut. And I really just wanted him to continue this part right here. He says, all those mounds, thousands of years, were made by Africans. Hold on, baby. Who said anything about mounds? So by this time, you know he done trolled my profile or something like that. He looking at somebody else's feed because I ain't talking about mounds and all that other shit. I may mention them and all that, but that's not where I focus or study. And I you know, it's nice and shit that people have that type of knowledge. But at the end of the day, that shit ain't gonna fucking keep no boot off your goddamn neck or gain you no fucking prosperity. That's the leisure time activities. Those leisure time activities, that's when we get back to the restoration and stuff like that. That's when that shit's gonna be important. But you ain't sitting in front of no white man or no Congress talking about we built the pyramids and the mounds and we did this and we did that and them Olmec heads is ours. You're not gonna do that, is you? We the real she people, we the real Aztecs, we the real. Not that what you're saying ain't true, but it can't be fucking proven. And if it can't be proven, it ain't true. Yeah, I know that sucks. But why are you holding on to it? It ain't gonna bring you no fruit. Okay, it's something nice to know. It's nice to know that what is the colors? That red and white make pink, right? You know when you're mixing crayons and shit, red and white make pink. It's nice to know, but how many motherfuckers is mixing red and white to get a specific pink color for what? Just a caveat, you know, like what's the fucking calculus and certain shit that you had to take in school. You couldn't even finish high school and shit. You don't fucking need calculus. What are you using that shit for? It's just good to know, right? But it ain't something that's going to stop you from, you know, making your credit better. Whatever it is that you, if that shit stops your oppression, then go ahead, study hard, study long. But if it ain't something that you could bring to an immediate fix, then fucking put that shit to the side. Do that shit your downtime. Because these niggas will flip through all of this shit all day and won't research nothing to help their own situation. And find somebody to blame for that. Find somebody to blame for that. Motherfucker missed out on TV, favorite TV shows, missed out on a lot of shit because I knew there was some shit that I had to fucking do. Because I don't like how this shit going down. And this shit can't be life. And nobody's going to make me be comfortable being unfucking comfortable. I don't care who it is. This ain't good for me. This might be fine for you. And I'm hoping that shit changes, but it ain't good for me. It ain't good for me. And I know there's some other disconnect. You know what? I got to go completely fucking off the radar so that I can fucking get to this disconnect. Because I don't never want to get caught fucked up again. Getting the rug pulled from underneath me and shit. And I'm minding my business, doing everything right by society. Everything right by the community. Everything right by my man. Everything right by, just the best that I fucking can. Right by my family. And still get fucked up. You still get fucked up. Still get fucked up. Well, spend a little time trying to figure out how to not get fucked up. How to not get fucked up. Nobody said shit about self-identifying, but this is how you know he started doing his fucking homework. It's great to have self-identified, but your DNA will say you from West Africa. You see where they coming with all of this shit? They went to all of this specifically because what? Because they don't want to talk about what the nature of the post was. It went on so many tangents. They drag you on so many tangents that they can't even stick to the fucking post. Can't even stick to the fucking post. Triggered. triggered like a motherfucker. But the intensity of the trigger is directed towards the people that look like them. It's not to the motherfucker they saying they mad at. I don't really know who their enemy are. It could be the man next door that got it. They don't like his beard. His beard's too fucking long. Nigga got scrambled eggs in his beard. It doesn't necessarily mean that, but man, my nigga, if you know, if you feel like somebody is your enemy and you are identifying somebody as your enemy, why are you taking out on the motherfucker that's not? When you gonna bring that pressure to them? Why y'all keep taking? And then finally, I just told the little niggas, I said, you know what? I'm tired of even arguing with you. I said, listen, yo, stop taking your crown off. Nigga don't even know he got a crown. And this nigga here, so he's got some African ancestry. I ain't want to hit him with the kangs. Kangs. I didn't want to hit him with that. I tried to, you know, like, you know, after a while, I just like, yo, stop taking your crown off, bro. So then he says, well, you know, if I'm a foreigner and it's your country, you and your white boys do the best to get me out. And I'm like, oh, man. I don't even know if I addressed that one, but I'm just like, look at how. Oh, yeah, I did. I said, stop sucking white people eggplant. You give them too much credit. On some real shit, stop taking off your crown for the white man and stop thinking you're going to practice on me what you want to do to the white. You don't repeat anything Trump don't say. Far from free thinking. I didn't really get that one. Foreigners like you, foreigners like me, get right over and start working against original foundational Black Americans. What is he saying? Did he not realize that I'm not? See, this is the confusion. And you know where this comes from? Guess where that comes from? That comes from ADOS. ADOS has a mix of Pan-Africans in there perpetuating this whole slavery shit, right? This is why they dangerous. That's why they dangerous. Because these is where the other people that could be getting woken up, they getting into some other shit that's still gonna take a long time to fucking reverse and come out of them, right? It's gonna take a minute. It's gonna take a minute. It's gonna take a minute. He talking about foundational Black Americans. Like, what is he talking about? You have yeah, they not they I get what you're saying. Like my sister's saying everybody's not chosen. Right? I don't really feel chosen. I feel like I got thrown out there because I had to do something. It was a process. You know what I'm saying? It was a process. And I'm telling you, it got to the point where the pain was so fucking intense. And then to being surrounded by a lot of people that tried to make this fucked up cycle some normal shit. The hardest thing I had to do was get away from motherfuckers that was going to perpetuate this same shit. That was going to perpetuate this same shit. And keep you in that box. Because they mind in the box, you got to be boxed in also. Is that better? Is that better? Drop a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Drop a 1 in the chat. Okay. Okay, good. So, you know, this is the shit. This is the shit. And then, you know, I still left them a couple of jewels and shit like that. Because after a while, you know, I just tell them, I said, listen, do you know your folks is? What you know about your folks? And I said, I believe DNA the way it's supposed to be used in court. You asked me if I believe in DNA. So I'll tell them, listen, the law says that DNA can establish 2 things, paternity and crime scene shit only. DNA does not establish ancestry. That's not an opinion. It's true. So I told the other dude, I said, you don't even know what power I have. Like, this is the shit. They just assume, right? This is the defeatist attitude that no, you know, and certainly not a sister like me that talk with a New York accent and, you know, the finger snapping and the neck whapping and all of that, right? Right? Shit like that. You know, how New Yorkers do. What up, son? Right? Dead ass. You know, the shit that we got going on, that we do. It's, you know, unique to that area. So sometimes they'll take that as for me being uneducated, not smart, incapable, and lowly. They give me the assignment that they feel that white people gave them. That's abuse. That's abuse. And they don't even see how abusive they are. But they want the abuse from white people to stop as they abuse other people. What white supremacy? If you think that white people are supreme, and then in the next breath you say you want equality, you want to oppress the rest of us that want righteousness, that want freedom, that want justice. You want to oppress me. You want to oppress the rest of us. We think is that no, we got more power than they tell us that we have. You want to oppress us. You want to be equal so that you can have the power to fuck everybody up when you see fit. Now, is it safe to really give so-called Black Americans equality? If you give them equality, they're going to tear this bitch up. You think this shit is out of control. Now you go ahead and put some no rogue ass Negroes without the fucking true concepts of America in the mix and see how that shit work out. People better be careful what the fuck they wish for. Ain't none gonna be on time. Nigga gonna be short on their paycheck. All types of shit. Nigga shit that niggas don't want to talk about that niggas do to niggas. They ain't thinking about no restoration. They ain't thinking about that. They want reparations. They think about they want to get money, get somebody to give them money, but they don't want to make an opportunity where they can get money. That's fucking bananas. Give us this. Give us that. Give us, give us, give us. We want this. We want that. This shit crazy. But sometimes you gotta fucking do some charitable shit. Sometimes you do gotta donate. People be down in their back pocket. We should be in a position to fucking help them. And I do not think that everybody should be equal. That's a fucking lie. You should not give no fucking scrub Division 3 nigga no salary that Michael Jordan would have as a basketball player. It's just stupid. Michael Jordan's a great motherfucker. This nigga's a basic average nigga. He don't deserve no $50-100 million contract. I dropped the legal definition for DNA, and I'm so glad this baby gonna be coming to an end soon. Oh, ooh, I gotta do that cassette. What's that nigga? Sarah Setti. Oh, that shit was funny as hell, y'all. I'm gonna run that clip with Setti. That shit funny as hell. You know, these niggas always come out thinking they're gonna finish the Indians, right? Remember a couple months back, Mac had Setti all triggered and shit like that. It might have been last year. And Indian Mac had Setti so fucking triggered. This nigga, bring me the big Indian. Y'all niggas want to run around in motherfucking teepees and chasing buffalo and shit. We was over in Africa building pyramids, and this is what the fuck Setti was saying, right? On that old bill. Now I done let Pharaoh come in and take over a little bit. Nigga, Setti, if you don't sit down, this nigga mayonnaise colored ass Negro, right? He just, riding off the fact that his hair got a little coil to it and shit. And this nigga sitting here talking about Africa. That nigga last name is Blunt. And that nigga is the most Tuscarora African nigga I ever seen. The most Tuscarora. That motherfucker don't even realize he Tuscarora. He probably do know. I believe he does know. And I believe, I think over the years I've seen him mention that. But he went right back into Africa zone and them niggas ain't catch it because it's black power. Who up in this bitch? Black power. Black power. Like, yo, hold on. As a matter of fact, let me pull this shit up because this shit funny. Y'all need to laugh. Y'all need a nice morning funny. Hold on. Let me get y'all this shit. It was hilarious. He was talking cash money shit, and then the bitch went off the radar. Oh, man. That nigga was caught. Don't bring me no little Indian. I want me the big chief. I want the big chief. Fucking A. This shit was funny as fuck. Let me find this shit. Y'all gonna laugh at this shit. Ha. This shit funny as fuck. Hold on, let me get to this shit. I wonder if I could send the clips to my phone, from my phone to the email so I could pull it up here because I got it right at the minute mark and shit. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. This is a good motherfucking laugh right here. Ah! Here you go. Wow. Hold on, y'all. Let's catch this funny. We laugh a little bit at this shit. Gotta laugh to keep from crying or busting the nigga head to the motherfucking skull. Motherfuckers be coming for grandma. Grandma killing ass motherfuckers and don't even know they killing their goddamn grandma. So mad at us. These niggas is living off of speculatory fucking ancestry. Speculation. Pure speculation, and they trying to go against us with the documentation. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Gotta be kidding me. Okay, so hold on, here we go. Ooh, jokey jokes. This shit funny, y'all. I can't help but laugh. You funny? That nigga be like, ooh. Oh, that shit was funny. You can't hear it? Hold on, let me bring this shit back because that was my favorite part of this shit. I gotta hear it. Hold on, I got headphones on. I'm gonna take the headphones off. Drop a 1 if you guys can hear me now. Drop a 1 if you can hear me now. I just took my headphones out and I paused it. So let me know if you guys can hear me now. Okay, good. Okay. Hey, Talof, what's up, beloved? Okay, good. So the sound is back. Let me bring this shit back. Oh my gosh, at 53 seconds. That shit, this shit funny. He hit him with the ooh, like he about to do us something crazy.
All right. Black power. That's right. I'm in the house, y'all. I'm in the house. Uh-oh. Let me make sure everything goes. Let me make sure everything goes. I'm in the house. Put that black fist up if you niggas in the house. Talk to me. Don't get it. These niggas want it, so I'm gonna give it to them. You know what I'm saying? These niggas want it, so I'm gonna give it to them. Uh-oh. Where we at? Woo! Shaka Zulu versus Sitting Bull in this bitch. Niggas over here and shit wanna be.
Hold on, I gotta bring that back. That nigga said Shaka Zulu versus Sitting Bull in this bitch.
Black power.
He thought he was about to wipe us
out. That's right.
out.
I'm in the house, y'all. I'm in the house. Uh-oh. Let me make sure everything goes. Let me make sure everything goes.
The African nigga wearing Gucci, right? Gucci.
I'm in the house.
With his dashiki.
Put that black fist up if you niggas in the house. Talk to me. Don't get it. These niggas want it, so I'm gonna give it to them. You know what I'm saying? These niggas want it, so I'm gonna give it to them. Where we at? Woo! Shaka Zulu versus Sitting Bull in this bitch. Niggas over here and shit wanna be, you know, you niggas wanna be Indians and shit. Okay, we got something for you niggas today. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got the right one in me. Cause I've been cracking these niggas' heads for a long time. You know what I'm saying? I know exactly where to go, nigga. I don't play games. I go to them artery lines. I see these niggas trying to put a couple big videos up. That's what I wanted you to do, nigga. Get me started. That's right, little ass nigga.
Said he like my height too.
Nigga.
He like 5'3".
I got to get back on this battlefield. I've been letting Pharaoh out here, you know, crack all the heads for a minute. You know what I'm saying? But I see you niggas got to learn. You got to learn. You little niggas niggas can't do nothing with me. Okay? I know exactly where to go, nigga. You know, I go straight to them major arteries and organs and shit and start pulling them motherfuckers out. It must have hurt. It must have hurt for niggas to start doing video. That shit must hurt. That's what I wanted to do. You know, I say, Lou, who the fuck can I bully today?
Nigga thought he was gonna come bully us. This how they really
I woke
think.
up on you niggas.
Pay attention.
Cause y'all niggas been talking shit.
Pay attention.
You know what I'm saying? I say, what silly ass nigga that don't know shit running their mouth? You know, who the fuck can I bully today? These aboriginal niggas. Let's get them niggas. Okay. Let me get this shit on my mind. And you know, I see Patah in the house. What's up, God? All my moderators, y'all know when I get ready to go to war now, you know these niggas gonna get antsy. They gonna get the running off at their mouth. We don't want no dissension. Nigga, either you down with the team or you getting the fuck up off of my channel. Straight up. Ain't got no time for you fake ass niggas. Y'all exploiting the minds of the people and then you disrespecting the ancestors. Okay? You know what I'm saying? That's what really made me cut into you niggas. Talking about it wasn't no Atlantic slave trade and all this bullshit just to justify your mad. So since you niggas want to disrespect the ancestors, I'm cutting into you niggas brutally. Every goddamn day I gotta cut into you. Nigga, into y'all niggas number, you ain't got no number. But I'm gonna diminish them, motherfuckers. Well, you ain't got, I look up, nigga, and y'all niggas got 400-500 views, 800 views. Nigga, that shit don't even count to me. Nigga, I got that now, and I ain't even been on 5 minutes. The fuck is wrong with y'all, nigga? Y'all know how when I get warmed up, and it's about that time. Nigga, it's about that time for me to get on this bitch. I get so hot that the whole goddamn internet, like, this nigga got to go. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't breathe out here when that nigga SETI on fire. And so that's where I'm headed on you niggas. That's where I'm headed on you niggas. And I'm going to drop the facts on you niggas. Breaking backs on you niggas. Today. You understand? And every other goddamn day. You know, when you put out, like I put out the last video, showing how the continents, you understand what I'm saying? The temperature, how cold it is in North America. And I ran this shit down on y'all niggas. You know, the genetic code, nigga, how the pitch black African can produce an albino, but an albino can't produce a pitch black African. Which means that, you understand, where do you find the pitch black African? You find him at the, okay, that's where you find him at. Okay, that means that's where we had to come. That's where we indigenous to. You understand what I'm saying? I hear motherfuckers out there talking about we indigenous to the whole planet. Goddamn lie. We are not indigenous to Russia, my nigga. I don't know. Y'all niggas just be run. You know, you try to blur the line so people don't know, you know, where to stand. But I'm gonna clear this shit up for you today. I'm gonna put some Visine in your shit today.
Your shit blurry.
Shit up. Cause you blurry out there. You know what I'm saying? That's that smoke and mirror shit. So y'all can be all over the goddamn place. I know how you niggas get down. I know how you get down. You can't flee from me today. You didn't flee from me the other day, and you're not gonna flee from me today. Let me get my shit up here so I can get my monitor right. Oh, gee, whatever that nigga is, shut your weak ass up. Get that nigga. Hide that nigga. Get that bitch ass nigga off my motherfucker. Get your bitch ass up. That's right. I like it. Them niggas hurt. Them niggas, when the niggas come in your comment, they hurt. Let me take a little tea. Got some of this tea this morning.
A little tea. Yo, this nigga funny as hell, and I think he's talking to Mac in the trying to talk to Mac in the comments. Mac ate him up and got him fired up.
You heard. Motherfucker talking about said he act like he pulled up on the slave. Nigga, you act like you was over here sleeping in teepees, nigga.
Nigga said y'all gonna wear no wolf skin.
Sleeping in teepees. You silly ass chasing buffalo, nigga. goddamn Nile Valley building pyramids. We're not running around over here with no goddamn wolf skins on our back, nigga. With no goddamn partridge feathers in our head, nigga. We over there with them Ethiopian ostrich feathers, nigga. We ain't, nigga, we came over here and educated, nigga, we was here first. Nigga, what the fuck is you talking? The African, nigga, not no goddamn straight head Indian, nigga. I'm gonna tighten you niggas up today. You know what? Where that goddamn Hindu? I got to bring that up too. So when I get to working out on you niggas, I work out. You know what I'm saying? Where that damn? Let me get to that Hindu
Wait
shit.
till this nigga start talking about this military shit.
You know what?
He got his missiles and submarines.
They pull up and they had an aircraft carrier, but they had a whole fleet. You understand? You had an aircraft carrier, then you had the destroyers and shit, then you had the cruisers and shit, and the nigga got about 3 nuclear subs in the water right now. Bring your ass on, nigga. Y'all niggas exist in the comments. Any of you other big, give me a big nigga. Give me one of them big or Aboriginal niggas. That's who I want. Don't come get me no little Indian. Get me a big Indian. I want the chief. Get the chief to come on over here and see me so I can ragdoll your ass. I'm warming up right now, so whenever that time comes, I'm going to be on fire, nigga. I'm going to be spitting nothing but goddamn lava out this bitch. Straight up. Come on, big chief. I don't want no little Indians, but Ty, all my moderators, show them niggas no mercy. Soon as them niggas' mouth move, get their ass up out of here. Africa ruling this bitch. Straight up. Africa ruling this bitch. Take your monkey ass over there and sleep in your teepee. I guess y'all niggas be in igloos and shit like that. Get y'all mind right, nigga. You gonna go pick some goddamn rudimentary ass culture like that and use a god. You nigga, I understand we got primitive culture, and primitive don't mean backward. But nigga, we look at the most advanced culture. Nigga, that's the standard of greatness. Goddamn it, we don't go down to nigga the goddamn rudimentary ass goddamn culture. These niggas riding around, sleeping in goddamn teepees in this goddamn 20th century. Nigga, we living in goddamn pyramids down there 6,000 years ago. Get the fuck out of here. Nigga, we far more. Nigga, we goddamn light years ahead of them goddamn people. You niggas want to be everything but a deity. That's what's wrong with you niggas. Y'all standards is low. Y'all don't have no sense of orientation. But we gonna orientate your ass today, my nigga. You gonna get orientated. I'm just drinking and getting my tea. I'm lining these aircraft carriers up. So when I get ready to rock and roll on these niggas, I'm gonna show you where they get all that silly ass talk from. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you where they get all that silly ass talk from. Yeah, I got all these motherfuckers. I've been lying to you niggas up too long. When you niggas think y'all can come fuck with me with that bullshit. I'm gonna show you today, my nigga. Straight up. Where my lectures at? Where my other lecture? I gotta pull up 3 lectures today. Where that other lecture at? Where that other lecture? I'm gonna show you, nigga. Don't play with me. Got some goddamn stringy head ass, goddamn big, goddamn bird beaked ass nose Indian up there talking about gas arms. Motherfucker, you gotta go get you some Windex and clean that goddamn mirror off, nigga, cause that motherfucking mirror fucked up. We're gonna get this shit together today. What that lecture at?
I'm about to stop it. So he looking at that lecture, but I just thought that shit was funny.
There we go. Yes, sir. Get that one over. Get that one over. Lining all these motherfuckers. Mother lecture. Come on over. There we go. There we go. There we go. Let me come on down here. Oh, damn, that's cold-blooded too. But I'm gonna get you there. Yeah, that's powerful. That's powerful right there. Them first goddamn ones right there. Hurt. Them motherfuckers hurt too. You know what I'm saying? when you see that shit pull up, let me make sure my shit is right. How we looking out there, y'all?
Tell me his hands don't look like Donald Trump's.
I'm just looking at it, making sure. I'm just going through this. Yeah, look. This is like, oh, y'all good out there? I'm just checking. You know, I had to check. I seen that motherfucker spinning. I had to stay watching, you know what I'm saying? I had to stay watching, but I'm lining it up. So when I get to rolling, I'm gone. I got about 3 hard-ass lectures up, and I got some shit on the internet. Let me finish this tea. Let these niggas talk that shit. See, the thing is, these niggas disrespect Africa. They disrespect the slave trade. You see, the guy, I give homage to the old Mex. You feel me? I give homage to the Naga Kushite. And I know that our people was the first to bring civilization to all land. But ain't nothing like Big Mama house, nigga. Ain't nothing like the crib. You know what I'm saying? And when you look at the great civilizations of Africa, ain't no other land mass is in comparison to that. Those are just facts. You know what I'm saying? Let me get this other shit out here. This root rape shit. Let me get this root rape shit out here. Because I'm telling y'all, these niggas got that shit from them theosophists too. Madame Blavatsky and shit.
This
yes,
nigga
they did.
lying
Yes,
like
they
a motherfucker.
did. Yes, they did. They got a lot of that shit from her too. Sad. Sad ass nigga. Sad.
He said he got underarm hair on his face, y'all.
Sad ass.
Joe 47, he about to take me out.
I'll just use this one.
Oh,
I'm lining it up, y'all. So when I get to working out, I just want to, I don't really get on her. I just want to go up and down on the chart on these niggas. I'll use the one I had. Let me go to that one where it say move. That'll do it right there. Let me bring that on though.
Nigga said underarm hair on his
Then
chin.
we're gonna work out. Then we're gonna work out.
Oh shit.
See what I'm saying?
He don't really get to nothing.
Pulling up.
Stop this way. He don't get to nothing. But that
Pulling up.
That shit's
These
hilarious. I thought y'all
one.
could use that funny.
That fake ass shit they be showing. That shit weak. I shoot holes all through that.
That nigga was convinced he was about to fucking take us out. Now, that video, let me see when that video was posted. Hold on one second. But that shit hilarious like a motherfucker. Oh my goodness. That nigga said, woo! Shaka Zulu was sitting bull in this bitch. But that shit was screamy. You know that nigga like smelling his drugs. That was kind of obvious. We ain't even have to go far for that. Nigga said he liked to smell his drugs. Let me see. Hold on one second. Oh man, that shit was funny as hell. A nigga said, don't bring me no little nigga. I want the big chief. The nigga don't know grandma the big chief, huh? He ain't figured that shit out. Grandma and grandpa the chiefs? He ain't figured that out. But this guy, this is the problem with Pan-Africans, and this is why they're fucking it up for the American Indian, and they were fucking it up for Africans as well. They are like not even in the middle. They really don't have a side. They getting in where they fit in, and they've been perpetuating this. And this is how Africa is being colonized right now by skin folk that's not kinfolk, right? So now we had the good brother Mongo Congo on, and he explained that Swahili is not their language, right? Swahili, a derivative of some, I believe, said Spanish, Arabic, and some other languages that have been greatly distorted, right? So this is why it was important, and I was very pleased. And I'm actually gonna have him back. I'm gonna check what his availability is, and I would love to have him back because that was a grand interview, and I got to tell you that was probably one of my favorites. And I loved every interview that I've done with y'all beautiful ones, but this one here, it was really special because it came from a place of us being complete enemies, to us coming to a resolution. And then he had that epiphany that wait a minute, okay, I'm not really with all this Indian shit that they talking about. Okay, but I see they giving this information with the slave trade, but I'm telling y'all, I am who I am, and I know that they're manipulating this fucking DNA because it's changing me, and we didn't have any break in any type of genetics, right? So so that was really bold of him to do that, because it could have got him, you know, blacklisted by you know, the basic collective of Pan-Africans. But he didn't care. He came to tell the truth. And he also let us know how he was inspired by our plight and what we got going on and what we're doing. And he hopes that to take some of those things to be able to help his people, to be able to help his own. So that was really bold of him. That's why I really respected that. Hold on one second. Let me just see. I would have tell y'all the date of that damn study video so y'all could, you know, finish watching it. Shit's hilarious. Y'all want to laugh? I just kept rewinding that one part where that nigga like, woo, sitting bull. Shaka Zulu is sitting bull up in this bitch. That shit was funny. The nigga gave me some comic relief. And I actually been, I got a couple videos I'm going to put out too. Couple more. I did get a couple on Instagram. But that shit is funny, and I'm going to keep hitting on that one because that shit was hilarious. So that video, where was that? I ain't talk about aboriginals. That nigga said, don't bring me no little Indian. I want the big chief. Who the fuck he talking about? Who the big chief? Because he ain't say no names, and I think he kind of did that shit on purpose. That was kind of smart of him to do that. Oh, let me see something. Is this it? Right here. But that's how these niggas give it up. That's how they give it up. Just all belligerent and shit. Ain't got no truth. Ain't got no facts. They discredit actual facts. They discredit their own science, which is their descendancy from their parents, right? And they disregard their antecedents. And then they say they try to tell us we fucking disrespecting our ancestors. These bitches don't know who their ancestors are, let alone ours. Then the motherfucker say, oh, you African. And I'll be like, okay, well, who's my African grandma? Then they fucking draw a blank, right? They get quieter than a church mouse with slippers on, pissing on a cotton ball quiet. This how they roll, though. And then they get downright rogue and disrespectful and shit. And they gonna stand on that same shit that ain't never brought them no fucking fruit. And then still keep yelling epithets at the white man while they try to mob on their other skinfolk. That's what they want, the power, so that they can mob on skinfolk. They want to fuck white people up. They want to fuck Indians up. They want to fuck black people up. They want to fuck some shit up. And it'd be okay if they was honest. We ain't gonna let them. But it'd be funny. It'd be true. Shit, if they just like, yo, we just want to fuck all y'all up. We don't give a fuck about none of y'all. I would totally respect the honesty. Would let you get away with it. But goddamn it, use a G for keeping it trill. You're a G for keeping it trill. But that's a problem. That's a problem. So I said that to say there is much work to be done. This is why we're gonna have to we definitely are gonna have to kind of compartmentalize ourselves. Like we're gonna have to like wrap ourselves up in a little ball and don't let nobody in until we got the formula and ready to execute. Because these niggas here gonna make it fucked up. This is why I'd rather have 100 strong motherfuckers that know what time it is and ready to get on their boss dog shit and self-govern than to have 20 million fucking fucktards that can't change a goddamn light bulb. You know? That's facts, Harold. That's facts, Aya. That's facts. And then, you know, they paint it to where they think that we hate Africans, right? And the psyops is for them to keep calling us that so that we could start lashing out and trying to fuck them up and all this other shit. So that could be true for what they talking about. So it could be, see, I told you they hate Africans, right? Just like on that Sonetta video. Remember how Garfield tried to talk that shit with his lion ass? I think I'm gonna go back to that. Garfield talking that shit with his old lion ass, acting like he got all this genealogy. You know, them niggas kept cutting me off, mad disrespectful and shit like that. And you know, upon an agreement that I made with my father, I didn't go full Phoenix Moon on their ass. I had to stay calm and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Not look at the chat and all that. You know, they talking all this shit or whatever. But look at the disrespect. They couldn't stop cutting me off. The nigga fucking Garfield tried to shoot his shit, talking that DNA shit, lying and his motherfucking koofy stink, talking about he got all these thousands of years of records in Jamaica, but you won't show the other Jamaicans how to get to them records, nigga. Use a goddamn lie. And go ahead and tell me how that DNA, them records, the documentation match up with that DNA. You got 4% Chinese, nigga. Find that 4% in fucking records and show me where you talking about. What you working with? What you working with for real? They cannot do that. Don't even let them drag you in that shit. There ain't no American prototype. Simplify it. No American prototype. Nigga, y'all ain't found out who y'all kin to yet. So how effective can DNA really be? Ain't nobody in Africa talking about that's my motherfucking great-great-grandson. Nobody's doing that. Cousin Hakeem, nobody's doing that. So these niggas got moot points. They ain't digging up nobody. You don't think these niggas, as much as they kangs fucking around in Egypt and shit, you don't think these niggas would claim that they related to Nefertiti or fucking King Tut or Queen Nzinga or Shaka Zulu or some shit like that? Just like, shit, I'm descended to motherfucking royalty and all this other shit. Right? They ain't did no goddamn genealogy. So now what they are doing is crippling. They are crippling Africans as well. They trying to kill two birds with one fucking stone. And it's rather disrespectful. And I believe that the African people should clap back. They should clap back. You notice that shit don't happen. So there's some sort of affinity and strange relationship with Pan-Africans and the Native Americans. And on both ends, they've been fucking pretending to be us. They talk cash money shit. We're the ones that's documented in the motherfucking colonies. Okay? We are the descendants of those documented in the colonies. They forget about that and go straight to Sitting Bull. When they forget that Opichan Kano, they called him Black Boy, right? They don't factor none of that shit in. They don't know enough about American history to be talking the shit they talking. And in this particular group, in Dr. John Henrik Clarke group, it's a shame because this is where, and I stay here because this is actually what kind of prompted Phoenix Moon to get more active. I was in there and I'll talk about genealogy and they kept talking all this shit. And when it got to the point where I did John Henrik Clarke's genealogy, oh shit, that's when the Native Americans and the Pan-Africans came, and it's been on ever since. I was already activated. That shit hit the green light button, and I ain't never turned down ever since. Turned down for what? I ain't did it since. So, you know, and then this is the thing, and when I say that they should reverse it, not how the Native Americans try to do us, because them motherfuckers can't say that they got folks in Virginia. They don't got no folks in motherfucking New York, Massachusetts. They ain't in Bangor, Maine. They wasn't up there. They ain't talking about their grandfathers wasn't in no goddamn wars, no revolutionary wars and shit. Maybe a lot later. A lot later. That's why I started introducing how the Philippines came to into the Louisiana area, right? In the 1760s. So when the Philippines got there, this is where a lot of other admixtures are. So now there was a question in the genealogy group some time back, and I think we answered it, but I see it coming up more now. And that was kind of like the second or third instance at that point where I saw that they had records that reflected that they were Malay. One of their ancestors were Malay, which is an Asian country. In, you know, Thailand, Malay, you know, those different places, right? Philippines or whatever. So now I'm seeing that come up again, primarily in Louisiana and Mississippi. So that means that they are descendants of some of the people that came from Asia. which is perfectly fine. But these are the people that's acting like they had complete, there you go, Malaysia. These are the people that acting like they, you know, now, remember Edward Brown Bear? I know if y'all remember him. And Edward Brown Bear, and who else was it? Who else was it? It was Edward Brown Bear. I think the dude's name is Lawrence Lane. Couple of others. These are the original fucking so-called abo killers and all this other shit. This is from back in 2015, 2016. And when I did Dr. John Henrik Clarke's genealogy, they wanted to throw tomatoes at Moon, boy. That shit pissed them off. But there's no way around it. There's no way around that. Yeah, there you go. Lance Brown Eyes and Jamie Sandoval. There you go, cousin. And all them other little bitch ass niggas ran them off the scene. Beautiful thing though that happened with Jamie Sandoval. You know, they used to be talking shit, making Vanessa Cheeto. Boom, boom, boom. Thanks, Cottrell. There you go. That bitch. Vanessa Cheeto. I think they was from Bog Cheeto. I forget which nation, federally recognized nation that she's with. But you know, she would come in acting like she's the Indian of all Indians and shit like that, but try to deny and neglect that Mexican and that Filipino ancestry. And try to act like they the face of what a full-blood motherfucking Indian look like. And we all know that that's a goddamn lie. So the genealogy is important, specifically when you have to prove. Now, this is the thing, y'all. This is why you can't really get too crazy with the colorism and shit like that, because some of them motherfuckers is kinfolk. Like it or not. Like it or not. Just how when you get to the 1700s and 1600s, you start seeing them Irish, them Scottish, them French and all of that. Well, who the hell y'all think was fucking with our people? Who y'all think was fucking with our people? Which reminds me, Brother K, Copper Color K, I got something I want to put you onto. I think this is right up your alley. I think you could like express it way better than I can. I want to put you onto a little thread. This is totally your area. I need to speak to you a little later too. It's a fantastic build, and it's just totally something that I know you'll be able to make it simplified. You know, because you see, I just took the long way with original Copper India. That shit was funny as hell. And I just looked, I said, this nigga just put OCI and made it okay. Here, I done sit there with one finger on a whole little another device trying to type the whole shit out. But, you know, so now you got these people and they're trying to tell you how Indian you're not. Now, a lot of you from Louisiana and Mississippi, you think that them people was there first, or you think your people was there first? What makes sense to you? But these are some of the type of arguments that you use. And really, you don't, I don't really like to get into that type of, you know, hold on now. Listen, it's one thing when you say, you call me an African and I tell you I'm not. And I show you that I'm Indian and you tell me I'm not. And you tell me that I'm African and stuff. Now, when I show them who they are, they get fucking pissed. I don't know, I'm this, I'm that. Half of these niggas that we've been battling with, the joke been on us, because them bitches ain't federally recognized. They just have the look that these Pan-Africanists and pro-blacks are used to as known as being Indians to them, or Native Americans. They completely forgot that they heard they had Indian in their motherfucking family. Them Wimbo Dashikis, Nubia Patches, and all this other shit, start naming their kids Kwame, Zaire, and all this shit, right? Too black, too strong. Poor Zaire. Because if women didn't name their kids Zaire, you wouldn't even know that fucking country existed. That shit just left the map in the last 20 years, 20-something years, man. That wasn't no 200 years ago. These niggas is just getting their independence in the 1950s and the 1960s. And they're going to keep getting mad at the truth. And the sad shit is the truth is still going to remain, whether they grab a hold of it or leave the shit in the corner tucked away. It'll be there and it'll bite hard. They should take this thing and embrace what the fuck it is that they hate. Embrace it. So they can get to the bottom of a thing. If not, then forever be fucked up. But you want to know what? We're going to have to get political, because we're going to have to boot some of these niggas. They ain't supposed to be here. And they in here blending in and they fucking shit up. I can't find it right now. I used to know, you know, all these different codes and laws and shit off the top of my head sometimes, but I really ain't can't think of it right now. But somebody please remind me. My cousin Davita's good with that. Cousin Davita, please remind me. Hey Tahira, what's up, beauty? Hi, Queen Siebels. Please remind me to bring that up. bring up the fact that, oh shit, hold on, y'all. This is doing too much right here. Hold on 1 second. My computer just went buck nutty. Oh my gosh. Hold on, y'all. Drop a 1 if y'all can still hear me out, because it froze. I don't know if it was just that screen that froze. Hold on. Can y'all still hear me? Okay, good. All right, the computer did some old crazy shit. I forgot what I was going to say. I guess it was just that screen. Y'all know I'm mad guilty. My shit is really only running slow because I got 3 different browsers open and I got about 30 windows, 30 tabs open on each browser. I need to stop that shit. Hold on 1 second. But sometimes when you research so much, you got to have all these different windows open so you can navigate through and shit. Let me turn this shit off. Hold on, let me close some of this shit down because it's slowing it up. Un momento. Damn, I forgot what the hell I was getting ready to show y'all. I wanted Cousin to remember something. Do. Y'all no say. Hold on 1 second. Close up some of this shit because I got entirely too many fucking windows open, so many browsers. Hey Nicole, how you doing, Alito? I just see you come in the chat. Hold on 1 second. Okay. So we're gonna have to, I was talking about to find the law where it shows that we have a right into who comes into our country. So when we allow these visitors and stuff to come here, we don't want them changing on their names. They don't need to come over here and be Jesse Jenkins and shit like that. I'm not really feeling that because that's what they've been able to do, and they've been able to blend in among us. No. And then they get to have they culture to themselves and shit like that as they sit there and condescend and talk shit about us. Oh, I know, right, Jordy? Joe 47. Something was just going on. That shit just froze. I wasn't certain if the show was still on or not because it just did some weirdo shit. But I closed those browsers down and I'm just over here now in this one browser. I closed a lot of those tabs and shit down too. But we're gonna have to do something with some of these people. And part of our getting active and self-governing is getting rid of some of these fucking people. You know what I'm saying? That put a fucking thorn in our side. We got rights. We gotta flex full fucking throttle. Go hard in the paint, full fucking throttle. Straight up. Because these people is disrespectful, and then they think that they supposed to have something from our mother's breast. They supposed to drink from our mother's breast before we do. How fucking dare them? So they disrespect their own African people that'll swim past sharks to get over here, and then come over here and act like we don't belong in this bitch. And they want to send us back where they fucking fled from. That part. So they think they got all these fucking solutions over here for America, and they ain't got no goddamn stakes over here. They ain't got no stakes over here that makes them respect who the fuck we are. You think they're gonna allow niggas to go over there in Africa, them people that went to Ghana? You think well, first of all, we know they was having a problem with the bathroom and shit like that. They was having a problem with the bathrooms and shit like that. So at the end of the day, you ain't going over there popping all this motherfucking shit. They don't want to hear all that shit. Why the fuck should they think they could come over here and talk that shit to us? Man, get the fuck from out of here. This is our motherfucking house. This is our motherfucking house. So we gotta act like it and not be afraid to tell these motherfuckers, nigga, get your hand out my motherfucking cookie jar. Get your hand out my pocket, nigga. Remember Malcolm X? Like, get the fuck out of here. They gotta fall back. It's disrespectful. We don't mean no harm. We don't got no problem sharing with motherfuckers. We've been sharing our country. We've been sharing all our shit. And y'all been forcing y'all shit on us and all this other stuff. We ain't got time for that. We ain't with this shit. We ain't with it. And we got a right to not be with it. And can't nobody bully us out of what's fucking ours. Like, you got it all fucked up. They got it all fucked up. If they think they're going to bully us out our motherfucking country, just to satisfy what they won't research, just to satisfy all that phantom shit that they dealing with, because they dealing with some phantom shit. We was this, we was that. Bitch, you don't know what you was doing 300 years ago. You don't know what you was doing 300 years ago. Stop fucking lying. You don't know what we was doing 300 years ago. And they don't see how fucking disrespectful it is that this our motherfucking country. We trace our shit back from when these motherfuckers first got here. Any pilgrim got here, any goddamn other motherfucker got here. This our shit. Nigga, you can't decide what's going on over here. You're not really no fucking hero, no leader, and you left your own people behind to come over here and watch fucking MTV and shit. How we gonna respect that? Why are we gonna take you seriously? It was imperative that these motherfuckers came to America. They didn't want to go to no other country. They got relatives in China. They don't want to go over there. They don't want to be in Korea. They don't want to be in those other Asian nations. They're not going over to Saudi Arabia. Ain't none of them taking up no residency in Baghdad. Niggas ain't running down in Ethiopia talking this shit. Disrespectful. Can't prove they related to not damn motherfucker over there. And especially them niggas, don't you dare come over here telling us how motherfucking African we are, motherfucker, when you can't even talk about how African you is. It's a fucking shame. And the saddest part is, the introduction to the truth is going to be when the white people be like, well, the American Indians have now taken their place, and this, that, and the third. We're going to need the white man to going to have to break it to these other niggas who the fuck we be. These niggas could talk this DNA shit all the fuck they want. Nigga, these records don't lie. And don't talk about records ain't shit. Bitch, you got a birth certificate proving that you belong to your mother and father. You got birth certificates that your children belong to you. You got marriage certificates. You got death certificates. And this shit been running on. So now we looking at baptismal certificates in the 1600s without fucking people's names on it. Treaties signed without people's names on it, but we don't look Indian enough, so they try to fucking Africanize us. They want to Africanize America, but don't want to Africanize Africa. Get from around. Get from around. Get from around. That's not fair. We ain't with that shit. Stop doing that. This our shit. We ain't gonna be fighting you motherfuckers, and we can't even beat the white people ass. We beating the white people ass. They know who we are. We got the problem with you niggas now, because you niggas don't know who you are. You don't know your fucking place, and you think you're gonna overstep our shit. Fuck a black American type stereotype, nigga. We motherfucking American Indians. Straight like that. We ain't Native Americans. I did not say that. Everybody that comes here, born here in America, gets citizenship is a Native American. No, excuse me, not the ones that get citizenship, but the ones that are born here, even if they are a citizen of somewhere else. That's how they become Native American. That don't mean that the Native American is the American Indian, but an American Indian can be a Native American once they get federally recognized. Oh, let's talk about it. They doing that shit in Africa. These niggas act like they know so much. See, but the beautiful thing is with us studying people, we're dealing with sociology. We're able to take this information and show people all over the world how to get to their motherfucking roots. Because that's how they oppressing you. They got all the people in fucking Spanish Americas thinking that they some fucking body else. Yeah, I'm sure there's some admixtures and shit like that, but we all got them motherfuckers. But at the end of the day, them motherfucker the basis is that they're Indians. And now they saturated with all these other people that was looking for work, right? And they want to call them slaves, but they don't know what the fuck they people was, because all they do is listen to these stories that their oppressor told them. And then when their own fucking skin folk come and tell them some real shit, the motherfuckers reject it. Well, you know what? That's why Donald Trump is quoting what we talking about. They're using our talking points. We the ones that made ADOS change their shit from African descendants of slavery to American descendants of slavery. The only thing is they fucking forgot some shit. And I'm pretty sure this is why they is looking to interview me and they lurking around the rest of us and shit like that, because they need a new bag. They done ran out of treats. They done ran out of treats, and they too have been infiltrated. So now, if you look at that thread from the video that I did with the beloved Kobe, you see where you got a whole bunch of so-called Pan-Africans don't give one fuck about Africa, but they whole interest is to tell us how fucking African we is. They can't prove we African. We done been back 400 years in these motherfucking records and ain't found an African yet. Why do you want us to claim that so bad? What makes you feel that that is so righteous when there's a bunch of people over there oppressed by other skin folk? Got to be quicker than that. Ain't no pilgrims running no show over there. It's their own fucking people or foreigners from other nations that look like them over there starving them out. They rich in the palace. These motherfuckers over here in this village, they fucked up. They fucked up over here. They so together and shit. What they need our wealth for? Didn't they tell us they're the richest country, the richest continent, the richest? How come we been giving? I'm 46 years old and we raised about $2 million motherfucking dollars in the 80s for We Are the World. What happened to Komet? What happened to the building? What happened? What happened? What happened? All the great buildings just stopped? Cause what? Cause what? No, we had the hardest civilization. You had? Nigga, if it was all of that, it'd still be existent. What happened? You know that nigga said he ain't taking his little waffle colored ass over there, his buttermilk colored ass over there talking about kangs and all that, cause this is what we doing it. You think they over there having conversations about, yeah, some other black Africans over there talking about they American Indians. You think them niggas is going over there talking to them Arabs about that shit? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Them niggas ain't planning on setting up no shop over there. They got plans to go over there and rape them people, steal their fucking culture, and take their fucking language and fake ass assign it to these other dumb Negroes that won't check into who the fuck their grandma is. Right? Don't check in on their grandma when that's the whole universal key. Everybody, the key that's gonna unlock everybody's motherfucking oppression is who are you? You better practice racism. Better practice. I don't know why they having a hard time. These racists, they using out the words wrong and shit, fucking up the English. Your race is your family. I ain't get mad because you used to using the word racism and all this other shit. They used to using that. So, you know, they'll get mad and act like what I'm saying don't mean what the dictionary's saying. Let me see. Hold on 1 second. What the hell is my password? Give me 1 second. Let me log into this shit. This ain't how it's supposed to be, man. These people be playing a lot of games. You can reset the password. Hold on, let me reset this shit. Damn it, man. I'm gonna drop the link too. In case anybody wanna get up here and chop it up with me for a little while. Damn, I ain't realized it's been 2 hours already. We ain't gonna do this too much longer. I got something to take care of. But there's the link if anybody would like to come on and shoot their shit for a second. Shoot their shit for a second. But you know, I'm just talking about, you know, this shit is just real wild. Like, people get mad disrespectful. You can take something so basic and put that shit in front of people and watch the mind go mad. Oh, that's because they hate black people. That's because they make up all these excuses, things that ain't there, insert some shit, take away some shit, but they not getting to that motherfucking point that there's a problem with skin folk fucking up skin folk. Now what? We supposed to be secretly quarreling and then go stand in front of the fucking pilgrims and pretend that we just so unified so we could bust their ass? Stop lying. The truth shall set you nakers free. Not opinions, not feelings, not tears, none of that shit. None of that. And tears dry on their own. The tears gonna have to dry. With the grieving process is every time that they're hurt all the time. No, that's the grieving process. The grieving process doesn't last forever. It might be a new grievance, but the same thing. Somebody that got bust on their knee when they was 5 years old, you still got the scar, but it don't hurt the same. It don't hurt the same. You can't save everybody. But if you could put it somewhere where it need to be so that they got access to it, they're still doing the job. You don't got to turn your back. If they got something, if they got something to put, if they got something to come to, if they got something to come to, they're going to be good. Whether or not, I'm not force feeding nobody no real shit. Nobody's supposed to. Not grown people. That coddling and babying and shit like that. That shit ain't how it go, man. I dropped that link in there. I see you want to get on. What's his name? This homeboy right here. Come on through. Come on through. Come on through. Where he at? The medicine don't taste good, but it's good for you.
Medicine, intel, or the medicine. The medicine and intel is two
If you don't
things.
have the intel, then that's hurting them too. So which is it? They can't have it both ways.
How?
You can't have it both ways.
Intel and be sickened.
And you want to know what?
Right.
You know that goes back to everybody not having the same issue, right? But the biggest thing is the intel. So if they got the intel, when they get to sort out their things in their own, on their own, they could take the fruit. They could take the fruit.
Yeah, because you dropping it. But it's not your
it don't mean they want it, but they can't say nobody told them, because there's a lot of people that say nobody told them.
You ain't got to monitor these niggas no more. And if you feel that way,
I definitely don't have to monitor them, but I'm still going to stand on the toes. I'm still going to stand on the toes. And then there's new people here that need explaining. So we just don't say nothing to them, because before it was the niggas is too advanced, and then it's go back to the new people. Now it's leading. It gotta be, we just gotta keep going with it, with the spirit take them to go. And when they get to their turn, they gonna come. They're gonna come through, especially if they feel like it's righteous or feel like it's where they need to be. They don't need to be putting people in no placements. They gotta fucking push through the shit everybody else do. So now what are we gonna do? We're gonna make excuses and soften it up. Let's throw the whole shit away then. Because you can't force nobody to heal. You keep hugging them. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be. It's not an excuse, but it's part of the remedy, ain't it? If it ain't part of the remedy, if it okay, so they not okay. I'm confused. So if the healing ain't part of the remedy, and they dismiss the healing, what are they supposed to get?
The healing I'm talking about with our immediate people who you have gathered over the years, you have a lot of people. Now y'all got businesses, y'all could set up some community centers that provide resources for mental health for our Indians. We not including everybody.
There's gonna be people that is on this walk, and 5 years from now, when they deal with grandma, they still gotta have a place to go.
Your individual businesses, so it can be uniquely driven to your individual clientele and people.
And that's already an in-house thing already. We all the collective that's been around, so they already everybody's already getting in their positions and shit where they need to be.
And shit, they're gonna always do what they doing no matter
These
what.
Are not all bots though. This is still part of the people, and they in the way. They in the way, and we're gonna expose the people that's in the way.
You've been doing it.
And there's newcomers, and they're trying new inventive ways to do the same old shit that they've been doing. And we got to stay on top of that, because if we get familiar with what we're looking at right now, boom, they're going to pull a rug from underneath a motherfucker, because they got complacent, feeling comfortable with shit. Oh, shit's good. Ever since we made these changes, everything's good. And in that time, in the interim, they figuring out another way to come fuck the shit up. And you got to cut the fucking shit off at the knees. So, like what they do, they cut the tumor out. They don't cut around it, take a little piece. So they take the whole shit out. Who is that? Nobody. Well, they this goes back to the last clause. It's an interesting comment right here from Dr. Kadar. These are also going to tie into the last clause. Nobody talks about the last clause. They were huge navigators. Huge navigators. This goes back to the relativity. This is why it's important for Africans to know who it is that they are too. This way, there's no room for the infiltrators. Everybody's getting what they need. Niggas is mad far behind. They mad far behind. And it's going to take more than one motherfucker. It's going to take people in all of their prospective places. Drop a one. Drop a one in the chat. I dropped the link there. Dr. Kadar Adani. I'll drop the link in the chat if y'all want to get to something. But if we're going to deal with hurt feelings and stuff like that, this probably ain't going to be the show for this. This ain't going to be the show for that. This ain't gonna be the show for that. This is about solutions. And either they want them or they don't.
They don't. They already make
That's not everybody. And we can't determine whether or not who wants until we know who's around. And then when we know who's around, then we can make different determinations. It's going to be a process of elimination. It ain't going to be, hey, come one, come all, Pied Piper, we all Indian. That's what these Aboriginal niggas did. That's why the shit is fucking going in the circle that it was starting to go into, because everybody's mixing all, trying to do the Pied Piper, bring everybody along. Hold on, we got this certain little network right now. Let's stay within that. Let's stay within that. You know. So what's up, Peasy? How you doing? The African Moors taught the Europeans how to help colonize Americas. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. Let me see. Put that up. Where you go, homeboy? What's his name? Where you go? I saw that he wanted the link. Where he at? Oh, you ain't have to leave, beloved. Where'd he go? You wanted the link? Michael Alston, come through. The link has been provided. Guess not. You know, they had a lot to talk about earlier, but they don't really got a lot to talk about today. They don't really got nothing to talk about. They just have to show that shit just in order to cause the fucking disconnects that niggas need to be privy to and be aware of. Disconnects. How you stay connected to the source. Grandma and grandpa is the source. Now, did any African, any Jew, any Russian, any Chinese, any of them to deny that fact? Well, whatever excuses and stuff that they can put. I want to see them deny that fact. And that's the fact that it's an unusual fact, but it's the fucking most powerful one. And they ain't trying to fuck with it. They got these stories, and they're going to insert these stories, and all of that shit does, there's no panacea whatsoever. None whatsoever. Furnished Blast, what's up, beloved? Ain't see you in a minute. How you doing, dog? Spiritual man. What's up, Akasha? Definitely supposed to expose that. That's absolutely true. That's absolutely true. There's not going to be any mistakes about that. There's no apologies for that. There shouldn't be. But we all got to walk on eggshells because everybody's hypersensitive. But it's all the time. It's not just sometime. Which that's not normal. That's not normal. So if we talk about, there's some self-soothing and then there's the external, right? We could work on the external, but you can't give nobody self-esteem. You can't give nobody self-respect. You can't do that. And it's intrusive to think that you can. It's intrusive to think that you can. And that's the shit that I think a lot of these people are afraid to talk about. And the moral to the story is, if nothing happens for the next 6 months that the news capitalizes off of and says anything to, if you bring that same post back up, they will dance around that and talk about anything else other than the fact that there's some sorting out that people of color got to do for themselves. Whether or not they want to participate or be involved is completely on them. You want to sit and wait? Because there's going to be a bunch of people that want to sit and wait. They're going to wait. They're going to keep waiting. They're going to keep waiting. They got jealous of our trades and bargain system that we've been doing since ancient times. That is correct. That's correct. They're doing it right now. Active live colonization. Live colonization right now. Right now. Let me pull this up. Hold on 1 second. Un momento. I'm going to show something real quick. So they could stop running with the excuses. Because this is where it's going to be right here. Oh, here we go. Let me just show y'all this real quick. Hold on. Here we go. Okay, hold on. Let me sign into this. I want to show y'all something. This is how easy. This is the shit that they want to avoid. This is what they're avoiding. Here we go. Let me pull this up so they can stop with the excuses. Everybody get what they need. Here, boom. But watch this. Let's see where they're gonna go after this. Let's see where they go after this. They act like they ain't got nothing going on except the fucking stories from everybody else. Watch this shit. You see what their excuses are. I'm gonna just put this in. Watch this. All right, hold on. Let me do a screen share. I just want y'all to see this because niggas act like this ain't what it's hitting for, and it really is. Watch this shit. This for the pan fries. This for the skillets. Watch this. Where they gonna go with it? Where they gonna go now? Where they gonna go now? Put this up. Hold on 1 second. Look at these records. These are starting in the 1600s. So I'll just put in race black and I'll put in 1600s. Look at this. This is Peru. Bernardo Belanta, born, baptism date, November 22nd, 1600. Has his race here, has his father, has his mother, right? Watch this. Salvador Jalofo has him listed as black. San Marcello, this is where he was baptized in Lima, Peru. This is his father, and his mother's name is Maria Angola, right? So they're probably people that migrated from Africa into Peru. But why they act like there's no records available? Why they act like that? How are they gonna keep ducking their grandma and grandpa? How they gonna do that? Watch this. These are all Peru records. This name Bland right here. Antonio Bland has the father's name, the mother's name. Why they act like there's no records? Why they act like there's no records? Why aren't they interested? It's happening right now. It's happening right now. We got somebody from England. Let's see what this says. Okay, maybe in the document. These are parish registers. So this is Spratton Parish. This is a baptism from May 25th, 1599. And this is in England. Let's see what this person looks like. Got going on. OMG. Okay. Now these are Spanish records. Colonial Spanish. Okay, so this is really kind of written in Latin. It's not full-blown Spanish. Matrimonium. Some sort of marriage going on there. November, that's November 24th. I think it said 1599. But they're saying that there's no records. Okay, Danimi. 1600 right here. So this is where the registers start at 1600. January 6th. Rogasis, Filius, and this is probably his parents. William Pembrey right there. Baptismal. I can't really make that out right there. Let me bring it up. These are documents. Sometimes you have to invert the colors so that they highlight a different way. But there's names here. Rebecca. Let's go around. Johann. These are other people. These are the dates of their baptisms that are on this one document right here. Now, the thing is, I see a comment in the, hold on, did Angola exist as a country? That would be my counter. Let's see when Angola was established. And I believe it was in the 1500s, but keep in mind, Angola is a Portuguese-dominated country. And I think, definitely, I know for a fact that King John moved the throne from Portugal to Brazil. This is how a lot of your Portuguese got there. So Angola very well could have been right in Peru. And then they got the other name for it, the corporate name. Let me see. Oh, this is shocking. Hold on, let me get this screen share up. Oh, wait. This is shocking. I wasn't even ready for this one here. Let's see. Get this up for y'all. I wasn't prepared for this one, but here we go. Boom. Isn't that strange? 1975. Does that sound right? 1975. I'm older than 1975. Okay. Mozambique, 1975. Algeria, 1962. Andorra, 1278. So this actually has a different incorporation. So you know that there was a lot of activity coming from this place right here. Let's see what that's at. Huh. Okay, that's Europe. That don't count. $1278, this was established. So anyway, Angola, 1975. Who knew that? That's absolutely going to be why they had the Spanish names, because they were taken by the Portuguese and the Spanish. Absolutely. So when they act like they can't establish relativity, or they just go straight for DNA, DNA is not going to tell you that you are related to John Bland. It's not going to tell you that your 12th great grandfather is Guadamus Lee. It's not going to do that. This is why it's important. This is why. Father Edward Lee, down here. Oh, wait, I took the thing off. Hold on. I don't know what makes them think there's no records. It's Dorset, England. Also another baptism. Here's a Juan Angola. Then you got his mother is Isabel Terranova. That's new land. That's that last name, Terra and Nova. New land. Pablo Angola. These are baptisms. They have baptisms. Here go Costa Rica baptism. 1599. And they're saying he's a black male, Anton. Nuestra Señora del Carmen. That's where he was born, in Costa Rica. Description is black. So, not that that means anything, because it also would depend on if they were enslaved or not. You know, they flip-flop back and forth with the colors in order to, you know, do class systems. So at the point where they were calling pilgrims Africans up until 1815, who are they talking about? They're talking about pilgrims. In 1815, they were no longer considered that. They were no longer considered that. So they got to stop with the nonsense. We shouldn't have to take time out to really show them what's available all the time, because especially when they over here trying to cut our throats and shit and diminish and take away from what it is we're doing, when they got a lot of work to do. We're working backwards for the last 400 years, a documented history here in America, and a lot of their colonization just ended in the 1950s. Apartheid just ended in the 1990s. People were enslaved in the 80s in certain places, and they're still being enslaved right now in Liberia. So they got to get into their shit, man. They got to get into their shit and stop with the inserting themselves in everything that we got going on. Everything that we got going on is not for them. Not for them. Just like everything they got going on is not for us. And that's okay. Got to be respectful of it, though. Got to be respectful of it. So that's the end of that. I did provide the link and the opportunity for them to be able to come through. And they didn't. They didn't do that. But at the end of the day, they got to stay in their lane. You cannot Africanize America. There was one brother that said it's time to draw the line in the sand for the African community. And I'm like, whoa, buddy, where you at? Not here. You should probably did that before you left home to come here. And they didn't. And they mad. And then they come here and tell us who the hell we are. When you ask them who their fourth great grandparent is, and they are mute. They get angry, and then they go to DNA. But the DNA doesn't give them any names of any ancestors either. They're not digging up any graves. They ain't testing nobody. Africans are not being tested on a constant basis the way that it's become a fad and trend around the rest of the world. It's not happening. And even they know they're not our kin. They know we not. They know we not. You wouldn't embrace your mother that abandoned you. I don't know why. And even with the horrible lie that they told us, the horrible lies that they told, wouldn't you be mad if your mother abandoned you? People have issues with their moms and stuff now. People have issues with their moms and stuff now for reasons, you know, that they hold true to them, part of their truth. Why would you feel love for somebody that you think abandoned you for 400 motherfucking years, and you got to pay to get back home? You got to have documents and paperwork, and you going home allegedly with no grandparents, no family. No family. No family. That's got to stop. It's got to stop. And here goes some more records and stuff. But you definitely, you know, sometimes I tell you guys, look at the card catalog. There's some different interesting caveats there that you won't see because I think people are kind of just used to only seeing and interpreting census records when in fact there are so many other details, things that tell you, confirm what it is that you have. There's going to be plenty of other sources. Here it is. They have baptismal records. They didn't have no birth certificates back then. And yeah, that's not true. It's not true. It's not true. And baptismal certificates are considered birth records. This is why the elders, when you're looking into the ancestry, it has stuff like born about 1822, because they don't have the exact age. They don't have the exact age. So they give you an approximate, you know, give or take. So sometimes when you think your grandpa was 99, he was really 119. They don't count their birthdays and stuff. Even on the death certificates of the recent ancestors that died, let's say in the 1900s, early 1900s, they say old age was the cause of death, or you know, cerebral hemorrhage, stroke, or whatever. Whatever the cause of death is. But when you look at the date, and it'll say about 89, but you don't know if they are really 109. It'll say birth date unknown. And that's not necessarily just enslaved people, because they didn't know their birthdays. That's not true. It wasn't throwing birthday parties and all that crazy shit. They didn't have time. They was working all the goddamn time. Different seasons is different daylight hours. They got to work some different shit going on. When you listen to some of the narratives, I think me and Chief Cali was going to get into that. We're going to get into some of these slave narratives, and you listen to what they talk about. And you know, these type of niggas, when we start going through some of this information and you hear them say, yeah, and then freedom came and they turned us loose like cattle. Like they felt like they got kicked out of the master's house. And then, you know, you got these niggas that'll be like, look, they wanted to go back to their master. And that makes them ashamed. They're not even realizing where they was going to go. In the woods? How was they going to provide for themselves? They ain't have shit. Not everybody had a salty relationship with the person that they was working for. My god sister's grandmother, I totally get that. My god sister's grandmother left South Carolina, and she's a beautiful, lighter woman. She has hazel eyes, and her best friend, dark as me. And she said that they went to go get these jobs, and they basically looked them over and took her and the other lighter lady, and her best friend didn't get the job. So she didn't take the job, and they left and they came to New York and never looked back. And that was from South Carolina. They never looked back. Brown paper bag test is what they were doing. So yes. And that was in the 1930s, 40s. Miss Bernice, almost 100 years old. Bless her so much. And she is in good health and of sound mind. Love her very much. Beloved elder. And but these are the stories that we get from the living ancestors, the living relatives, the living kinfolk. When you have, I tell you guys about the generational friends that we inherited. So our grandparents were friends from the South. Everybody migrated up to New York. And then you have my mother, aunts and uncles that are friends with, you know, her children, all of her children, and they all had like a best friend out the crew kind of thing. And then all of their children, me and my cousins grew up with them. Now we have children. All of our children are growing up with them. So we have like 5-6 generations of family friends. They're family because they've been around as long as any one of us has been around. And that is what they call kith folk, Kith, kin and kith. Kith are very, very close family friends that are privy to pretty much everything that goes on within a family. They're into the family business. They are cooperative economics, things like that. So there is a difference between kinfolk and kith, kin and kith. Kin, of course, is bloodline relative. Kith is just as close, but just not blood. It's love. Little spicy meatball for ya. But that's about the end of that. Where I'm gonna go. It's lunchtime for me. A little after that. I gotta make a couple phone calls, and that's gonna be that. But I was happy to do this build. And you know, we're gonna have more. But I need them to stop trying to come for me like, you know, I'm here to hurt nobody. But I gotta, you know, they don't have the same stake in America. They don't have the same interest. They here for the opportunity and to, you know, be some cases just be rabble rousers and stuff like that, which is a little unfair. It's a little unfair. It's a little unfair because they're getting in our affairs and we got some scores to settle. And they got to stop with that slavery stuff because less than 300,000 people, 305,000 people came here all 350 years. So stop with the everybody is a slave and stop assuming everybody Native American is American Indian. And stop assuming that everybody dark skinned that doesn't have straight long hair or whatever is not an Indian. You don't know what you're talking about. It's about bloodline, relativity, consanguinity, kinship, not membership. Native Americans are a part of a federally recognized tribe as a member. You can be a member of BJ's, you can be a member of Costco. It's not the same thing. When these treaties were signed, they did not say Native Americans. Native Americans started as a political party. Political party. Not because they're the old ancient people. It's not necessarily the case. Not necessarily the case. But I've been on here 2.5 hours. It's time for me to go. And shout out to slow Joe Biden. Y'all better be responsible with this vote. It's these same motherfuckers. It's a dangerous climate because you got all these you know, wild ass black people talking about I'm gonna take the lesser two evils, and they want Joe Biden, and then they still want police reform. They want that to stop. They want to stop locking the men up. But Joe Biden is the reason why the men are locked up. So ain't Kamala Harris. So it ain't looking good as far as that's concerned. But you definitely have to participate in your local elections and stuff like that. If you ain't got nothing to do, man, get off the computer, take your ass on down to City Hall and go just look around. Don't wait for them to surprise you with some aha. Put your hands behind your back. Don't wait for them to surprise you. You need to know faces. You need to be familiar. Let them. You ain't got nothing to hide. You ain't got no reason to not go around there poking your nose around. You poke your nose around too. I know that's right, Adnan. Said he been, you know, he said that a while ago. He has not, he ain't really said too much about that I know of. But it ain't really much that, you know, what can he do? What can he do, especially when we can get him back to his 4th grade grandmother in a couple of hours, right? His 4th grade grandparents in a couple of hours. And I asked the one brother too, in that group, I asked him, yo, so do you know who your 4th grade grandparents are? Did DNA help you establish that? And he told me his grandmother was born in 1908. I said, that's one of them, baby. How many 4th grade grandparents you got? I don't even know if he was able to answer that. But that's a fact. That's a problem. So they're talking about this big gap in history where they can't fill in the blanks. You was a slave? Okay, from what time to what time? 1619. So you saying that you was one of them 20 odd Negroes. And they calling them odd, not because they was all chocolatey. They calling them odd because they came from various nations, classified under different things. Like South Carolina specifically in 1740, you can see where the laws changed, but the 1740 Negro Act says in this article, the definition of Negro is descendants from the ancient Berbers. But those ancient Berbers could be dark as me, but they are white on paper. So would you even know what you are looking at? No. Remember the Sundry Moors Act. The Sundry Moors Act, those people were considered white, free white people. Don't forget Mustafa Hefni, dragging this fight from 1970s, and I think he is still fighting to be legally classified as black because he identifies as a black man in America. Originally, when he was in Egypt, before he got here in the 70s, he identified as Muslim. The class system in Egypt is Muslim or Christian. So, of course, Christian or any other denomination is at the bottom of the barrel. The Christians are the blacks. Christians are the blacks, or treated as such. May not necessarily be blacks in visage, but black in status, not first in line, because it's a predominantly Muslim country. Assimilate or be cast into this particular system. It's happening everywhere. It's happening in Africa. You don't never hear them talking about that. And that has got to be a red flag. If they so African, why isn't their heart bleeding red for their people with that same burning desire that ours does? Something wrong with that. Not something wrong with them being African, something wrong with them not wanting to help their people, but they want to insert themselves with us and act like they got a fix for our country when they left theirs behind. That's some weirdo shit. Weirdo shit. It's weirdo shit. White Cargo, very good book. Very good book. Very good book. And yes, indeed, and I got some European ancestors, right? And they was running away from indentures or slavery, whatever you want to call them, same way niggas was, right? They talk about a swarthy complexion. These are especially in the old antiquated articles, and they talk about the swarthy complexion, and they'd be like, he left wearing this kind of coat, this kind of hat. He stole a pair of new breeches. He got these size shoes on. He got marks on his face from the smallpox, or he's got a scar over his left eye, or they tell you little different types of descriptions. Of course, they didn't have cameras and shit. And, I don't think they had enough time in the day to like paint ID pictures and shit like that. You know how they did the wanted posters and stuff. I reckon that's would have been similar to what if they had any type of identifications would be. But there wouldn't have been, our people wouldn't have been able to stay off the radar a lot if that was the case. Had they been adding photographs or sketches or paintings to any of those papers, when they had to carry their freedmen papers. Now, keep in mind, especially in pre-colonial, you couldn't go just hop yourself on over from New York to New Jersey. They had border patrol, just how they trying to build the wall from Mexico to here. They have border patrols everywhere. You couldn't even get from Long Island into New York City without going through checkpoints, which are now the highways, the Southern State or Nassau Highway. Coming from Long Island, 495, coming out of Riverhead, which is the most eastern point of Long Island, the far end. Any farther back, you're going into the ocean, right? So you couldn't go from Connecticut to the Bronx. You had to take a ferry to get to Manhattan. They certainly didn't have the Triborough or the RFK Bridge. There was no Williamsburg Bridge built at the time. There was no Brooklyn Bridge built at the time. There wasn't one. So they had to take ferries. A lot of people don't know that they think they folks were so much slaves, so poor. They don't think they took any vacations. They don't think they had any wealth. They don't think they had any businesses. They just think they picked all the cotton in the world and that was the end of that. And you couldn't be farther from the truth. And I'm not saying that some people wasn't cotton pickers. I'm not saying that. But that wasn't the end all be all. And that wasn't everybody's bag. Everybody wasn't no mammy. There was some doctors. There was a whole bunch of other things too. Inventors, all of the inventions came from these people you think was getting their ass whipped every goddamn day. We were slaves. Who's we? You don't even know your own folks. Why would people stand under an umbrella that they can't prove? That's like niggas would not be so agreement if they thought that this was some, Sodom and Gomorrah place, if they had some rumors, some historical rumors saying America wasn't filled with nothing but rainbow people and stuff like that, niggas wouldn't believe that. They wouldn't believe that, would they? Everybody was gay. How we get here if everybody was gay? They wouldn't think that. Thank you, Cherokee Peasy. Thank you so much. I love y'all so much. Y'all so dope. Thank you. So at the end of the day, peoples, we're gonna have to do something about the interlopers. They in the way. They in the way. They in the way. Not all of them, but a lot of them. I don't want to put that label on everybody, but we can identify with the people that, could potentially be allies, specifically by the way that they deal with the information and our assertion as to who we are. If they try to deny us our right to self-identify, they don't need to be in our country. This is hate crimes, what's happening. It's a hate crime to deny someone. It's genocide. It's ethnocide. And it's going to get real ugly. It's going to get ugly. It's going to get ugly. Your grandfather was an herbalist. Definitely going to need to get back to that. Definitely going to need a lot more of those people. Leave that synthetic stuff alone. And that's going to be the end of that. But y'all beautiful ones, y'all have a wonderful day. Y'all getting ready. Some of y'all getting ready. We'll see you in Texas in a few days. We'll talk about Virginia soon too. So if you won't be able to make it to Texas, definitely set your schedule to be able to come and check us out in Virginia. After Virginia, we'll go to California. So if you're on the West Coast, we'll make some time, come out and see us. We're probably going to do that a little more open because there's so many places. The weather's always nice, even in November and December. It's completely legitimate, especially for people on the East Coast. You is not going to be mad when you go out there and you can still wear flip-flops, right? I told you the first time I was able to like barbecue in the summer was like at Christmas was like, yo, you got to be kidding me. Sitting outside, no jacket, barely need a little light sweat hood or something like that. It's a beautiful thing. The sunset in the West Coast ain't nothing like it. Ain't nothing like it. You can go sit on the hill. Don't cost much. Your entertainment. You could go sit on the hill, park your car, and watch it go down. Nothing but mountains and valleys out there. It's absolutely beautiful. Very serene. Very, very serene. I miss California. I definitely do. I miss it does have a pulse. It does have an energy. When I say that, I do not mean like Los Angeles. Like you go to that Los Angeles to do what you do, but I really personally, I don't, it's like New York City, a little different, but very similar. And, after a while, you get tired of that city life and stuff like that. So we definitely need to get more back into nature and what we're supposed to be doing. And embracing some of these things that we hate. They're the toughest battles, but they're the battles that have to be fought nonetheless. Can't just keep throwing in the towel or making an excuse to throw in the towel. And you got to help people stay fortified. There's nothing wrong with that either. Hey, you could do it. What's going on? I noticing that this is going on. You all right? Can I do something for you? Just so they know they got some sort of support or somebody there that give a fuck. Right? Somebody that care. Sometimes people think that nobody cares. And that ain't always true. Sometimes there are people that just absolutely don't give a fuck and they have no one to give a fuck about them. But this is where you're able to make relationships with the people that do. Usually they make relationships with the people that do. So y'all have a wonderful day. Everybody be good. Stay out the way. Stop taking off your crown. I'm going to tell y'all brothers, like I tell y'all all the time, this your hood. This your kingdom. Start acting like it. Boss up. Chief up. Stop taking that crown off. They ain't got nothing on you unless you give it to them. Don't take it off. Y'all have a beautiful day, beloveds. Be good. Keep well. Peace, Chike.